So yeah, welcome back. It's been a month and a half. Although I will say
Okay.
this one wasn't exactly my fault, seeing as the holidays happened, and also we have 15 games running at any given time, and slots are kind of sparse.
Now the server works. That's another one.
Yeah, the server,
It's
yeah.
like leave it up all night.
But yeah, since it has been a while, I figure I'll just do a brief recap. So you guys got some intel from your resident Deveronian shitbag, Hawk. He got you onto the pretty long cold trail of Violet's least favorite person, who you summarily dealt with once you got to the base after some infiltration shenanigans. And
This kind of shenanigans.
yes. And when I say summarily dealt with, I mean you ripped his balls off, Wampa cast him into the void, and then you, I think, set him on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deballed, set on
Hopefully,
fire, sliced repeatedly, and then sent to the void.
yeah. Hopefully Violet's content with that. You
Uh,
also
yeah, pretty much. Like, she just wants to make sure he stays dead and doesn't know if he will stay dead.
well, you did discover the source of the regeneration. That
If
being
she
the
goes and makes sure that's ripped out of him, then she'll probably be more content.
well, you didn't just rip it out of him. You burnt it out of him, and then you burnt everything that remained, and then you burnt
Alright,
that
that works.
more just to be sure. So he, as far as you can tell, he's definitely not coming back.
GM writing down notes furiously.
But yeah, you did happen to trip the. Well, actually, technically, he did that. He opened the pods containing the subject of this facility, or subjects, I should say. Certain, I don't want to say like indigenous species to the planet because they are sentient, but they're not as they seem. And you dealt with them as best you could before they merged into what is currently standing before you. Or I guess I should say towering above you.
And it's currently licking Nash.
It is currently licking Nash, but it is also concussed and very, very on fire.
Also very true.
And with that,
Also possibly a problem for Nash. Not sure how the rules work with that. Shred?
It is
ooh,
okay.
that is a great idea for a Destiny point.
Sharks are very impervious to flames. Well, at least
Sure.
when I am underwater,
I think-
flames do not
yeah.
bother me at all.
We'll have to test this theory, but
Does
yeah,
anyone
let's
have
get
any
back into
water?
What you're saying is your people haven't discovered what napalm is.
What?
the-
Is that a
And
type
with that,
of
let's get
fish?
back into the action.
Alright, so Colt, Bro Rod, and BBQ have not attacked this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goody, the bot's not working.
Why are your hands so cold?
Okay, but why the bot no worky?
Who killed the bot?
God damn it.
Nope, okay, testings work.
Is it?
Maybe it's this voice channel or this text channel?
Felons?
God damn it.
Is it? Do we have the wrong?
No, that's the right prefix.
Do we even have that?
It was working
Nice.
like 2 days ago. Well, let me try a different bot. Maybe Vexera finally got rid of YouTube functionality.
No, it's just not. It's not giving us anything.
That is true. Does that work? This platform is unsupported. God damn it. All right. Brief hiatus as I
Platform
figure
not
out a
supported.
YouTube Discord bot. Unless
Oh,
one of
the
you guys
bot
wants
time?
to do that, because we all have server privileges. And we can get into the combat for those who have not acted. Which is Colt, Brorod, and Barbecue.
Does anyone know how to, like, refresh it? Kick it in the nads?
Also, my foundry is
It'll take
not
down
letting me
monstrosity.
paint.
I'm all for the idea.
Oh, I meant Vexera.
Or that. Look, I'm saying options are open.
All right. Out of Colt, Brorod, and Barbecue, who wants to take on this thing first?
And so for the record, this thing has like a monstrous amount of soak, right? Like 14 or something.
Oh no, it's got a pretty moderate amount of soak.
Yeah. I remember
I'm gonna
something
set
made
it
it
on
really
fire.
hard to kill.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
fine to just go for a
It kept
big shot,
healing.
so yeah.
Every time it
Burn it.
joined together, it kept healing.
Okay, that might be.
I'm gonna move into the doorway, look at the creature, and start to blast in the face with the flamer.
All right.
Faces.
It's
I don't know how many
hugging
faces
me!
Danger close.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's going to be.
But in that section or
This is
other
no-go.
section? Yeah, like maybe we should determine where Nash is and what
Maybe we
attacks will
can
hit him.
lay off the flames for one moment while I get free. It is really got a good grip.
what's the difficulty check, Nox?
You know, barbecue, I am not
Shoot it,
enjoying
barbecue.
this.
So that's going to be 2 purple upgraded twice because it's adversary, and then I'm going to slap another
It's an
2 red on there because it is currently grappling Nash.
So 2 purple, 2 red.
No, 4 red.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh dear. This is not
Don't
good.
worry, this'll work.
No, this is not
so
good.
4 purple. 2 purple, 4 red.
No, just 4
Four.
red
Oh,
flat.
just 4 red. Oh, well, that okay. Well, sorry, Nash. I'm gonna roll like 3. Yeah.
Then
Okay,
do not
to be fair,
roll.
the difficulty has increased because Nash is involved in this, so I'm presuming that part of the result can be that you can't hurt Nash because of it.
Yeah,
I didn't hit anything, so
Yep,
not the
that's
worst
okay.
thing actually.
Flat
Yeah, this
failure
could have
is the
gone worse.
advantage.
Oh, he has a blast
Uh,
quality.
He-
So,
Something can
would
explode.
you like to activate the blast?
Oh, the
I'm
blast won't
pretty sure
even
Nash
hurt.
would tear me in half if I do that.
Seeing
Shred, the
seeing this
blast-
gout of flame, Nash like pulls the thing out of, pulls himself out of the way, and it makes it miss the thing.
You comically like shift your body to one side
yeah.
as Barbecue lets loose this jet of flame. You use your cartilaginous skeleton to just bend out of the way.
Barbecue, I
sorry,
said no
is-
more flames, please.
It has disadvantage on its next attack on someone.
Sorry, 2 quick things. 1, shred. Does blast just incur soak or ignore soak?
It still is reduced by soak.
Okay, so Nash wouldn't actually get hurt by 9. Also, could the
Correct.
advantage be
Unlikely.
because the idea of maybe like quote unquote blasting it off? Could we actually free Nash with an explosive blast?
I actually don't hate that idea. I feel like that is more of a triumph thing, but I guess I'd be willing to
Again,
take that
it's
for
why I'm
free
pitching the
advantage and
idea.
a
You
destiny
get to say
point.
yay or no. Oh, well, barbecue. Do you have a
There's the
disagreement
perfect
with that
for
idea, or all right? In that case, flip the destiny point.
Yeah. Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Yeah. Use the
Alright.
blast to blast this thing's arms open. Yeah.
So you shoot right in between the creature and Nash, who is dangling about 2 feet away from the thing's gaping. Not really gaping. It's actually it's got a small mouth, but it's a very, very disconcerting mouth. But despite Nash glaring at you and yelling at you to not do that, you shoot in between the 2 of them, but it doesn't come out as fire right away. As the gaseous mixture goes between the pair, it ignites explosively and knocks Nash out of the creature's grasp. Creature stumbles back, and Nash is protected by his thick hide. Doesn't actually seem too worse for wear. Maybe a little bit singed, but no actual damage.
Oh, I'm really happy that was not worse.
See? I know what I'm doing. And he's gonna run away.
I
Hero.
I
will.
was expecting. See, fire solves everything.
Okay. Is
Right.
there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. Just hide behind this thick ass wall so I don't get smacked to death.
That'll do. All right. Next PC slot.
Bro Rod
Yes.
will go ahead and do his thing. Bro Rod is currently still holding ahead, so I'm just gonna do a one-handed shot. The usual true aim twice or rank 2.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna take, what is it for second maneuver? 2 strain, 3 strain?
Two.
2 strain. I'm gonna take 2 strain to do a normal aim maneuver.
Yep. So you'll get an additional boost die.
2 boosts, 2 upgrades.
I'm gonna use that aim maneuver to do a column. So I can do a college shot. And I'm gonna aim straight for the back of the head that we've all been targeting. We figured
Yeah,
out at the very
fun.
least that these worm creature things are somewhere in the back of the skull area.
Yes. And
Speaking of which, how
there are now-
many?
So you got 2 out of the
bundles
4.
2. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are basically 1 on each arm at this point.
I'm gonna aim for one of those soft spots then. With the
Okay.
column, true aim. And
which one are you going for? The one on his big smashy arm, or the one on the sort of technically pointier arm?
Go for the smashy arm. That one seems more dangerous to me.
Okay. Yeah. So you get the double. I'll let you sort out the details. That'll be a 2 purple, no setback because you got that talent. Yeah. So
True
2
aim
purple
is-
plus whatever upgrades you have.
True aim is upgrade the ability twice.
Oh.
And
Oh, there we go. It actually worked.
may perform a true aim maneuver to gain benefits of aiming and upgrade. And then I use the normal aim maneuver, which is a boost die. Yeah, 1 blue boost die to next combat check.
YouTube isn't
then-
supported anymore. God damn it.
And I'm gonna fire.
Okay.
Knox, what music are you trying to play?
Here, I'll just shoot it to you in the link. It's the one in right to voice chat that I've been
Oh,
spamming.
the God of War one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You gonna use your music interface to? Oh, there it is.
Hey. What does it take to activate a crit?
Whatever the critical rating of the weapon is.
The crit rating for Cleo's blaster is 2.
No, 2 advantage.
2 advantage. I never used that, so I want to use 2 advantage to try it for a crit. Where do
Am I
I?
going crazy, or is the music coming out of Noko?
It is
Yeah,
coming
it
out
is.
of Noko.
It is coming out of Nikoshi.
I have music roll.
Nikoshi is our music hero, our guitar hero, if you will.
It's also terrible quality. That's okay.
Oh, is it?
Better
The
than
next
nothing.
best thing.
Yeah, at least if I can find something to fix this. I'll look around while we do this.
Okay. So yeah, you did the damage.
I wanted to
you wanted
use-
to crit, you said?
Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Do you have
out
the
of the
accurate quality
advantage.
on that weapon?
The accurate quality is
Yeah, if
2.
that's the case, you should have 2 additional boost dice because you also aimed.
Oh,
I
thought you did a
aim
called
was for the
shot.
upgrades.
I thought it was.
I did
true.
I have columns, so I don't add any black to
Yeah, it's
combat
got
checks.
true aim, so
Correct.
it's upgrades, not boost die, correct?
Correct. True aim
Yeah,
will
true
apply.
aim
Oh, the
twice.
boost
that
die.
should be accurate.
Yeah. I think you could benefit if he did true aim 1 more boost die based on this.
Okay, well, roll
Well,
one
he's
more
got
boost
he's got
then.
accurate 2, so you should automatically have
Right.
2 blue. He aimed twice. He spent an
Right,
extra
he-
maneuver to aim, so he should have 4 boost.
Okay.
No,
roll
no,
one
no.
more.
No, for true aim, it gives me the benefits of aiming, so I use true aim to do a called shot.
Oh, you combine the 2 into 1.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like,
So I don't get a boost die from true aim itself because I use that for the called shot. And then I use the normal
Got
aim
it.
for a single boost die.
Understood.
It's
Okay.
funky
It's
like
the-
that.
Well, roll me a critical injury
still one.
at
Yeah.
-20.
How do I roll a critical injury?
There should be a macro. Down.
Oh, create rollable table.
Nope,
Wait,
nope,
that
nope.
doesn't sound
Down on.
You see the exclamation point in the bottom bar?
That looks like
right.
a hot
Bottom
bar,
bar.
for a game, like a MMO.
What page should I
Right,
be
but
looking
he
at?
may not have the macro in there. Like
Oh, wait,
I
roll
don't
table?
currently.
So you want to click the little folder,
I don't remember
icon.
that. Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear you over Chip.
Yeah. Also, Trek might want to adjust that for
Mhm.
recording.
But
It's
yeah.
working. It's not the extended mix, but it'll work.
So what you'll want to do is you'll click the little folder on next to that hotbar of buttons down at the bottom left.
Oh, okay. Folder.
There's a
Search
little-
macros.
Is there something sitting right there that says critical injury damage roll?
There is nothing sitting there under macros directory.
Yeah. I don't know if they never got set up or if never got transposed to the other.
Nox, you could fix that, being the game master.
Let me try to.
So click the folder button down at the bottom.
Do I have to be the one to roll it? Can we just, roll the, what is it, a D100?
Critical injury damage. There's two different versions of critical injury / damage roll.
You want critical injuries, not critical hits.
It should.
No, there's two. There's critical injury. They're exactly the same. Just one upper in the list and then one further down.
Okay, so just right click one of them, and then you should be able to change the permissions on it so that everyone can see it.
All players. Observer or owner?
Observer.
Observer.
So that everyone should be able to see it.
I'll change
Nillian,
it on both.
now do you see it?
There we go.
Yeah. Critical
Drag-
injury. I see two of them.
Drag it to that bar at the bottom, and then you just click it like any normal button you would.
Modifier -20. And it's critical damage table, right?
And make sure you have the enemy. I think you got to double click them to target them. Double right click to target the thing.
Okay, targeting them now. Am I rolling from critical damage or critical injuries?
Critical injuries. Damage is for something else. That's for what?
Disoriented.
And Can I-
Slightly
can-
dazed.
one advantage and one triumph. Can I use that advantage to restore one strain? Is that how that works?
Yeah, you can use advantage to restore strain.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
Bring
well, not-
myself down to 4.
He is disoriented. What's the?
And there's
I forget which one's disoriented. Is that no maneuvers?
That is
Setback.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just disoriented. He gets a 1 setback for the rest of the encounter.
I'm going to use that triumph to. Can I use that to upgrade the next person's attack against it?
Sounds kosher to me from a rules perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that for a triumph.
And finally, do I do anything to the head I just shot at with my called shot?
Yes. So, using Cleo's Blasta, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that, you manage to get right in there. You hear a sort of sickening pop, and then a little fizzle as this chunk of flesh, similar to the kind that you saw come out of Zilat, as well as the other
Okay.
two big boys that you fought earlier, kind of screech a little. You ever hear like you ever
Is
like
the one
cooked
in my-
mussels or lobsters or something, and you hear that sort of like steam escaping the shell, kind of sounds like a screech?
Ew.
Yeah, that's what it
Yes.
sounds like.
Is the one in my hand screaming too?
The one in your hand?
I'm currently holding one of the heads. I don't. Somebody threw it to me. I think Nash threw it to me before.
Oh no, that
this
one
guy
you
came in.
already dealt with the symbiote in that one.
I think it just got decapitated by Nash though, because the body went to the main form.
Well, I mean the thing was in the head, so yeah, no, it's an inert head that you're holding. It's not like squirming, it's not regenerating.
Okay. All right. And that's it for all my actions and maneuvers.
Okay.
end
Last
my
slot
turn.
goes to. Okay, we had Barbecue, Burrod, and was it
Colt.
Colton? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen any of what's gone on in there. Right?
You threw up at one point. I just know that much. But I think that was after that one guy got tortured by everybody. Oh no! Yeah, you went and killed those guys over to the right. Those two
I threw a grenade
guys
into
for their cereal or
into
something.
a radium charge closet.
It went boom. That section of the hallway is a little bit narrower than it used to be.
Okay. How you looking, Shade? Red.
Say again?
How are you looking? Wounds
Oh,
and-
wound's good. Strain about halfway. Could be better. But
I'll be back in
pretty
20
good.
seconds.
The advantage of committed force die. It's hard to hit me.
Yeah. How's about
Okay,
I
I'm
don't-
good.
So, how much would one maneuver get me if I went around the outside?
So, one maneuver gets you short range. As I was talking about last time, the whole facility is about long from top to bottom. About half of that is medium, and then short is about half of a medium. So you can get basically from one end of the hallway to another in this section with one maneuver.
Oh crap. How was everyone else's wounds?
I see the path you're taking. There is a door right there.
Yeah, I was thinking about going from a different direction though.
There's also a door right
Nash is-
behind. Sorry?
Nash is feeling a little toasty and beat up since he has taken all of the hits.
My hero.
So here's a dumb question. Hey, do you have repair patches, Noko, for barbecue?
Do I have a bear patches?
Yeah, because I don't think droids can use stimpaks.
But they can use ketamine.
Let me check my inventory.
If it helps, Brorod has 2 emergency repair patches.
As a reminder, everybody can use the Ket S and Ket W. And it is in the
What on
compendium
earth is
now.
in ketamine? That's where you can use it.
Brorod used it once, wouldn't recommend it. It'll save your
Oh,
life.
no,
but-
no. You use the like hospital grade ketamine for like
Oh, that stuff.
extreme
Oh.
recovery. That was the extreme stuff. If you want, you can look over the.
I
It's
believe
in the
I used
compendium
one
now.
already,
So.
so I believe Barrel has the rest of them.
Hello.
Oh, that's great.
Dr. Ket should be behind bars.
Why do you think he's with this crew?
Don't say that out loud.
He was
How dare you.
freed. He was behind bars, then freed by Wampa. They don't talk about it.
Oh dear.
This
Can
gang,
I
my
spend a
prison
destiny
is.
point to say that I had 2 or 3 repair patches on me as well?
I mean, sure.
I want to do a drive-by repair patch on our friend Barbecue here. The maneuver to get close to him and then action to apply.
Slap that ass.
Go for it.
No.
So
Actually, I still think
two-
it's a maneuver to apply, so you don't have to be in action unless you choose it to be.
2 or 3.
I will say you can get up to Nash with one maneuver.
So if I do some strain, then I can get up to Nash. Or wait, hold on.
So it's a maneuver to apply the repair patch. It's a maneuver to get over, so you'd have to spend two
The trick
strain
is
if
if he
you also
has
take an
the
action.
patch already, because if he doesn't have the patch in his hand, then it would be a patch to maneuver to draw it out.
Yeah, I think all I can do is if I just spend a maneuver to get in front of the thing, then I'm just like, ooh, look.
I'll say that because you spent a destiny point, the patch is already in your hand.
Okay. All right, so maneuver to get over to him. Downgrade action to maneuver to apply. And then
Slap
getting
patch
him.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, drive-by patching. Slap in the back. You're doing fine.
Oh dear, that looks like a nasty scratch there. Sorry about this. Zzz. And then third maneuver, after you're taking the 2 strain, getting on the far side of the tentacles and getting. Hopefully, I can help get our adjacency helps out a little bit, but no. Okay, that's me.
Okay. So that brings us to the top of the round, and I
Okay,
believe
how much does that heal me up again?
Could be 5.
Repair patches are 3, actually.
3.
Oh.
But they
Yeah,
don't.
they're 3 each.
Yeah,
but
they don't
degrade.
reduce. Yep.
I believe Colton's force fuckery has run out. Correct?
That was the last
After
round
this
of
round,
it.
yeah.
No, that was actually the last round.
That was the last round.
That was the
There's
third
only
round.
Three slots in there. Okay, we got 1 PC slot before the monstrosity axe.
So who wants to be the big hitter? I guess Nash, but if anyone's got an idea, run it out.
I would like to break away from this thing that is grabbing me.
You were exploded away. You're away.
Well, am I?
Yes.
Oh, good. My mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Bro Rock
If you
can
wanna-
attempt to shoot the final hit. I think somebody else could also do that as well. We all know where the spots are.
Well, fine. I think this thing needs to die.
All right.
Picks up his sword. Right, monstrosities, beastly vermin. I will carve you into kibble and consume your soul.
Don't eat it.
I wouldn't recommend eating this one.
It stares down at you with just emptiness in its eyes.
Don't do it, Sensei.
And then a low rumbling sound comes from inside its distended chest.
I think it is time for you to sleep. Right, sword. I have. It is upgraded twice, right? Because of adversary.
Yes.
Upgraded twice. You will upgrade it twice with strain from frenzied attacker.
There is that triumph too. I don't think anybody's used it yet.
And that was an upgrade.
Yeah.
One
free
upgrade to the next attack.
I'll use it.
I'm happy for Max Stab Man to max stab it with more stabbiness.
Okay. And why not? I will spend 1 strain to use my enhanced muscle strength to add a success to the roll.
I almost see the Super Saiyan aura coming off of him as he charges up this attack.
So for the record, how does that look? Like you literally strain your body to get more muscular.
You just see him grab this, and you see him flex, and you just see the muscles on his entire body just like pop out, almost cartoonishly so. You just... There's like a sound, the ground actually cracks a little bit, very very much like anime charging up type thing. He just flexes, and the whole aura around him, like Colton actually feels a little bit of air get pushed against him as he flexes. Die! And swing!
Nash 3.
Dice!
Wait for it.
Hot diggity damn.
I only got 5 successes in that.
Okay, so that is Pierce 4, 25 damage.
Yes.
Any other modifiers in there that need to be aware of?
Look at
Doesn't
that.
seem like
Seven dice, not a single
Holy
time.
shit.
Yeah, like that's 1 in 12. Like says like a good 50% chance you would have gotten one, but
I
know.
know. Yeah.
So with
Besides
after your
one.
anime power-up maneuver, you bring your sword crashing down diagonally across this thing's
It starts revving because it's basically a chain sword.
ripping and tearing. And when you draw it out, the wounds are already beginning to close, but slightly slower than before. The thing staggers from the sheer force of impact, and all it looks is confused.
How are you not dead? I will spend... yeah, I'm going to spend 1 advantage to crit. I'm going to crit this thing. How many crits does it have currently?
How many crits does it have? That's a good question. It's got 2.
Okay, so that's a plus 20. I have...
Right now 3. I think, yeah, slightly dudes didn't apply the sheet.
Okay.
It's got 3.
So he's got 3. So that's plus 30. I have Vicious Quality 3, so that's up to plus 60. I've got Lethal Blows 3, so that's up to plus 90. And then he has a minus 20?
Yeah. So
Oh boy,
yeah,
we're
plus
in
70.
Instagib territory, lads.
Plus 70.
Or are you gonna make that plus 80 with the other advantage?
I need to use the other advantage to heal 1 strain. I am sitting at
Understandable.
almost maxed. So roll
Okay, then
critical.
yeah, absolutely. Destabilize.
It did a critical damage.
The ship is damaged,
Mm,
and it hit you.
Actually
It's
broke the
DC.
mountain.
Alright.
All right.
Should I
maybe
just
not.
re-roll that again? Because it's... Or should I... Whatever is 135 on the crit table, I don't remember.
Yeah, just re-rolled it.
Okay. Critical injury. Actually, I think... I don't
Well,
know.
actually, 135. Yeah, just take. Hold on. Is there a way to just?
There should be. You should be able to just grab a critical injury from the compendium.
Alright, let me see.
135 is bleeding out. Well,
does that
131
do?
through 140 is bleeding out for critical injuries.
So every
Suffer
round,
one wound.
1
Suffer
rune and
1
1 strain at
wound.
the beginning of each turn.
Okay,
So you should just be able to drag that onto his sheet.
it's done. Can I throw this into chat? There we go. All right. Is that all you'd like to do on your turn?
And as his maneuver, let's see. Yeah, as his maneuver, he will, take 1 maneuver to kind of back up a little bit just to get out of melee range. He'll go stand between the thing and Brorod. So he just moves over.
That's me. Hello.
Yes, sorry, it's been a while. Look. Goes stands between it and Violet.
This thing is very tough. Why? Do you have any ideas of how we can kill it faster?
Kill them all.
I hit it very hard.
Then keep hitting it.
Aim for the soft spot.
Okay, and that'll be.
I'm
Nash's
working
turn.
on that. He doesn't really need to know that part.
That will be Nash's turn.
Okay. So, it is now the monstrosity's turn, finally.
Okay, it suffers a wound in the strain.
Not only that,
He's also
it's
on
a
fire.
burn 21.
So he
Yeah,
burns.
is that on fire for 21 turns, or is that...
No, it takes 21 damage for this.
2 turns.
Actually, this would be the second turn, would it not? Because it already
I
acted the
don't
last
know.
turn.
Did it act
Did
last
he
turn?
suffer the damage the last turn?
Yeah, it would have.
Did it burn last turn might be the question.
I'm pretty sure. You know what? Let's just say it's 21 this turn and next, and then we'll go from there.
And
Sure.
I'm trying to remember, like, I think at one point it might have had 14 and then it jumped to 21, like it got burnt again.
Yeah, it's up in the chat. Basically, he's got 2 turns of 21, and then the third turn goes down to 14.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to spend a destiny point to use one of its discount one or legendary abilities.
Is it still concussed, or was that used up last turn?
I
Did
think
it?
that's applied to this turn because it got applied right before we ended. So.
Right.
Yeah, there's the dark side point. It is going to now get rid of concussed, as you see the fibers in its head begin to reform around the source of the concussion.
Are you sure I am not allowed to eat that? I really want that power.
I've seen stuff like this at home. You don't want to eat it.
Your home must be a very strange place.
Yours ain't.
It is.
I must visit there. They're probably ripe for warrior spirit and growth.
I don't think you're getting to the Chisholm world.
The who?
Jade glares angrily at Violet with that word.
That's our word.
Okay, is your character a Chits? I can't remember.
Yes, it is. If you knew anything
She
about the
is.
Chisholm world, you probably wouldn't
Yeah.
know where it is, and
Yeah,
Stuff
all
is-
Violet is saying is you're never going to get there, which is, you know, accurate
fair.
with their doctrine. Like,
that's
I
fair.
wouldn't expect that to get Aya, but who knows, maybe she took that in a particular way.
Yeah, she may be a little stressed.
But yeah, it is going to use one of its other abilities. And it's got 2 ranks of that. It's going to target Shade being the closest. And Colton
Oh.
and Nash.
It does suffer another strain for taking an action.
Yes. This is the maneuver, though. It will suffer a strain once it takes the maneuver.
That's right.
but I might as well apply it now. Yeah. What's everyone's melee defense?
3 plus upgraded twice.
I'll confirm, but I don't think I have any.
3 for Nash.
2.
2 for Bro Rod.
So I think it uses the highest, the most difficult check.
0.
as it's-
So it would be 3.
Where are you people getting these, like, dice for range defense and range melee? I've never found them.
Plasma shield, armor.
So that was 3 difficulty, upgraded twice.
Upgraded twice, correct.
Well, the defense is 3 black. The
Right, but I
difficulty-
also have
Oh,
descents. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's upgraded twice. It adds 3 black to the check, and then because it's a melee attack, it's 2 purple base.
Base.
So 2
2
red,
red,
3
3 black.
Do I have anything else with?
4 black because it's disoriented.
Oh, right. Yeah. Thank you. I think that is everything. Yes. Okay.
Oh no.
I don't like the number of yellow dice.
Goodness, that's the
I
kind of
do.
roll that I wanted.
So all of you take individually 15 damage.
Here's
Minus
2.
your
I think
soak,
that knocked.
right?
I'm down.
15
I think it knocks me
pierce
out.
2?
Oh, pierce quality of 2, so it goes through
Yeah.
2 soak?
17.
Wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's effectively 17 damage if you're including your soak and full.
7.
More
15.
soak, presumably.
That
4
puts
minus
me
15 is
at
11.
threshold. I am not down.
No, you have to go over threshold. to be
I know,
knocked down.
I know. I'm at 24 of 24.
Yep.
Oh, you have to go over your threshold to get knocked down?
Yes,
13.
you have
Yeah.
to specifically go over.
Just cracked. I'm 14 out of
I'm down.
14.
Yep.
You're still
Crack.
alive. That's good.
You're still up.
Yeah.
Well, you can be down on the ground if you really want, but
No,
still.
just the idea just got. I
I'm
wasn't
at
expecting to
22
get hit.
over 15. I am knocked straight the fuck out.
Yeah. 13 out of 12. And none of my trees have a top in it, so. Well, time to roll that critical. And I think that's at a plus 10 with Vicious. Or
Yes.
Vicious.
Your shields are failing, Chip.
My shields are certainly failing.
It's
because
supposed to auto pick it. I don't know why it isn't.
Maybe the wrong macros in the bar?
Like,
No,
it seems
it's
to be
because
doing
the
vehicle
table
stuff.
defaults. The table defaults.
You just
to,
gotta remember to click the critical injury instead of damage, but...
Okay, well this, roll it again, take the low.
Even worse.
I'm willing to honor.
No,
the
no, this is
57.
good.
Well,
You
unless,
wanna
I
live
mean,
in-
what is
unless you want to be
57?
crippled.
Agonizing wound. I mean, both are thematic, honestly. Here,
Yeah.
we'll flip a coin.
Which flavor of fanaticism do you want to happen to your character?
Where's the crit table again on the sheet?
It's... you have to click the macro. Which would be on
Alright.
your hotbar.
I'm gonna roll a D100. If it's above 50, it's crippled. If it's below 50, shields are failing.
Shields are failing.
Shields are failing.
Okay, so we'll take the fearsome wound, or the agonizing wound. I'll
All
take
right.
that one.
Stripe it onto your sheet. So Brorod is also down.
I'm at 14
that-
out of 14.
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
Do
he's
I go
actually
down at
not
that?
down, but he's so damn close, it's not funny.
And same thing with Nash. She's at threshold but not down.
Correct.
Yes.
I am
How's my suit integrity, GM?
This is why I'm outside.
Yes,
Floofy,
you're
yeah,
doing the
no.
optimal play. That is correct.
I will say,
Oh, there it is.
what is?
A threat.
Yeah, what would you guys want for the threat?
Honestly, I'm not thinking of anything mechanical, but more just to sell the idea of how vicious that blow was. That like literally muscle fibers get shredded out and splay across the wall from the strength of the slap. Like stuff
And
like that.
I dig it.
Mechanically, what would that equate to?
Hold on, there was a.
I just like the idea. I hadn't sold any idea mechanically on top of it.
That's fair.
We do.
Well,
I
going
sold the
to-
thematic idea. Someone else sold the mechanical idea.
Maybe it's just more vulnerable that, next attack deals X amount more damage.
Or maybe a boost, I guess.
Actually,
this is
I-
simple.
I do like the next attack does more damage idea, because I was about to say, as it impales the three of you at once with its tentacle strike from its slimmer arm, you can see that some of the tentacles get left behind. Like the arm is falling apart in front of your eyes. And it is regenerating, but much slower than before. You can tell it's, even if it doesn't look like it, it's not showing any expression of pain, it definitely is not in good shape.
I like to imagine Brorod's suit is just letting out a klaxon now.
Oh.
Warning, warning. Ass kicking imminent.
Yeah, with this, it's going to...
Minor fracture detected.
Actually, it's already used
Well
its
played.
maneuver, so that's... No, it will take 2 strain to move menacingly over the now down shade. Oh, that is very over. Yeah, that'll be its turn.
Medic!
He's
So I guess
slot.
it doesn't like spider.
Brorod, go for a called shot.
You're not down though. You're at threshold.
Rod's at
Me?
threshold.
Or
Oh fuck!
Yeah, Spider-Man is down.
Hey,
I
guys,
actually meant to
how's it
target
going?
Colton, but this is fine. We'll just run with it.
Spider-Man is paced.
We need a medic!
well,
Barbecue,
I
get
can't
in
do
here.
that.
We have comrades down.
That's looking at Shade in a not so good way.
I fix bots, not people.
Well, you can get our people away from it.
It's a PC turn now, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
planning to take it if nobody else does.
Thematically, I'll take the action moment and we'll see. Like,
No, burn its last clump off. I will.
and like Shade, like literally just gets out 2 Stimpaks and just shoves them right into Nash. So I use both 2 maneuvers and an action to draw, inject.
Okay. I think I've taken 1 stim pack already, so that'll be a
So
7.
4 and 3, so yep, 7.
Sweet. That'll put me back
Yeah,
down.
you recover 7 wounds.
17 of 24.
Oh, thank you, Violet. That hits the spot.
Oh, it's not looking good.
Yes, like
Oh,
Barbecue, burn it.
will be Violet's contribution.
You got it. He's gonna walk on up.
Yep, the Kosi maneuver.
Hey, at least I'm not playing. At least I'm not playing Fall Fab. At least I'll be doing 2 walk on ups. Yeah, I'm gonna walk in here, look around, see the absolute bloodbath is
Buster
becoming
clock.
here,
Yep.
Beep, beep, beep.
and take aim at this guy.
Yeah. So are you just doing general damage, or are you going to burn out the remaining regeneration
I'm gonna
clump?
aim for the last clump.
Okay.
Alright, how much more difficult is that?
So that will
GM?
be a called shot. I think it's you have to aim maneuver, so that'd be a 2 black, or is it just 1?
It adds 2 black if you don't have the column talent, yeah.
Does that setback? That's correct.
So 2 black. What's the difficulty?
It's ranged attack, so 2 purple.
It'd be a 1
No,
purple.
No,
'cause
double
it's
the
1 purple
adversary.
for
Adversary?
the range, but you said it had as adversary, right?
Yes, so 1 purple upgraded twice.
Okay, so what does that make
No.
that?
1 purple,
1 red, 1
red.
purple, 2 black.
That one.
1 purple, 1 red,
That
2
one.
black.
No.
Wow.
Double failures.
Do you
My
have a
God.
natural gunner or something like that?
No, I barely have enough health. You think I have natural gunner?
He's the squishiest robot you've ever seen.
He's made a very delicate circuitry.
Very delicate.
Yeah.
The funny
Alright,
part
well.
is he wasn't even wearing armor when we first started this
I'm
heist.
still not wearing armor.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. Oh no.
Well, at seeing my flamethrower fail and seeing the bloodbath in here, he's just gonna, mosey on out of here. He does not want to be that room with that creature. He's gonna hide behind the thick stone walls that is quite literally too big to get through.
My hero.
Oh, isn't your flame... Did your flamethrower get damaged
Yeah.
last time?
Damage to stat. That just took away one of its stats, though.
As opposed to increasing difficulties
Gotcha.
or setbacks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's one of the signature weapons. So
Gotcha.
yes, next PC slot. Barbecue wants to do anything more?
No, like he basically did the Nikosi gambit. In, burn,
I'm
out.
out again.
Shoot, not cheerio.
This Parker is, purely cosmetic.
Hello. Should I go for a shot then?
Yeah. No, do your thing, but our
Yeah.
recommendation is just to get that clump out so it stops regenerating all the time.
Oh, yeah, I could hit the clump, but is there a way we could shoot it off without destroying it?
What's your
Um,
thinking?
Make me a successful check at a higher difficulty and flip me a destiny point if it succeeds.
Okay.
So you'll have to
So-
upgrade the difficulty of the check, I would say twice.
Alright, so I'll do my usual true aim called shot shenanigans.
Yeah, so do all
So
that.
it'll be
No black
one,
die.
one difficulty, 4 upgrades
I'm trying to see. Hold on, let me see if I got anything for this.
due to adversary and preservation of clump.
Grit, dodge.
Are you on the
confidence.
upper level by chance? Or are
I
you
think
in
I'm
the
just
corner of
like
the room?
on the stairs right now.
Okay. It's big enough that you'd be able to hit it from either level without being right on the edge. Like it is towering almost up to the ceiling. So
Okay, I don't.
as long
I
as
don't
you're
have to-
able to see like into the room at some level, you can shoot at it.
All right. I used my true aim, so I'm gonna aim for that clump, and I'm gonna use a called shot for that. I'm gonna use 2 strain for the extra maneuver, right? 2 strain.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use that to upgrade my attack. So let
You
me see.
upgraded. How do you do that?
The normal aim gives you 1 boost die.
Boost. Yep.
1 boost
And
die.
true aim,
Yeah, there it is.
He's got 2 ranks of true aim, so it'll upgrade twice.
Oh,
So
yeah,
upgrade
okay.
twice
And
and,
then upgrade
1
the
boost.
difficulty twice as well at the end of it.
So,
Okay.
yeah, overall,
Upgrade the difficulty twice, so it's currently 2 red.
so it's 2 positive up. So base difficulty was 1 purple. Upgrade it 4 times because it was
4
two
times.
for adversary, and then 2 more for the difficulty of the check.
And I pressed it. So
Preservation of the clump.
And then you'll have 2
Is-
positive upgrades and a 3rd boost dice
a 3rd boost die.
because you get 2 from it being accurate,
And 1 for the aiming bit.
and then 1 for the second aim.
Okay. Alright, so I'm currently sitting at 5 yellow, 3 red, 3 boost. Is the challenge correct?
I don't. I think it's meant to be 1 purple, then upgraded 4 times, so it should be 2 red, 1 purple.
Oh, 2 red, 1 purple.
Unless
Oh,
it
You
was
can also
something
just
else
click
that
the
you-
upgrade difficulty button for the number of times. I usually go with that.
Yeah.
It's easier.
okay. Alright, so 2 red, 1 purple. Let's see.
Yep.
And then
If you didn't have
Lead.
cool, it would be even more difficult, but thankfully not.
All those double failures, but it
God
succeeds.
damn. All
All right.
right.
There's no despair.
So flipping that destiny point, and yeah,
So you shoot out the clump and preserve it somehow.
aiming around the stairs, you managed to get a dead-eye shot on the 1 bit that's keeping this thing up and running, basically. Somehow you managed to ricochet the bullet off of the bones that are still inside the slim mass in its smaller arm, and a section comes plopping out onto the ground and starts wriggling around.
don't let it regenerate, grab it.
Is there anything else
Uh,
you'd like to do on your turn?
That's it for me. That's all my actions.
Yeah.
I'm broken and
Moves and
bruised.
actions.
Okay. And with
So
that,
I think we're.
the clump basically shoots out these tiny, tiny tentacles and starts wiggling its way across the floor towards the downed shade.
Uh-oh.
Quick. Somebody
All right,
stop
bro.
it.
Probably robot rescue, but
No, robot's taking his turn. I think our only 2 PC
no,
turns.
everyone's taking their turn. I think it's going to be a new turn order.
Well, no,
Nash
those
hasn't gone
3
yet.
turns before
I
were
I
from
went
the
first.
past turn order.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nash
right.
went first. Nash went
last
first.
round.
I medicaled, and barbecue tried to flame and was not successful, and you went and shot. The other 2 are down. That's everyone's action.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. That was a lot of successes on that check.
Oh, I have 1 advantage. What can I do with the 1 advantage? I don't think I
Be
can
less
do much with just
strained,
that.
or give a boost dice from the next attack.
I'll use that for strain then.
Mhm.
That could have been great.
Okay. I guess that's top of the turn order again. Who wants to take it?
So we have 1 PC thing. How damaged does this creature look like?
It
I
looks
guess in a narrative
really
sense,
bad.
could Nash take it out in a hit and rescue the moment, or should we be trying to pull shit out the hell out of there?
The big creature is currently like like stunned right now, right? Because its head or whatever isn't connected to it right now. It's currently trying to crawl to shade.
So
Or
No,
So it's
it
not
was
the
the
head,
clump
it's
you
just
shot
the
off.
little clump. Like
the clump.
you
yeah.
discover there's this little wriggly mass inside each of the creatures that you fought before. And by disabling that, you stop their generation.
Okay, I get it.
But yeah, like I'd like to propose that if narratively it looks like the creature might get killed in the next attack, Nash might try to take it out in a blaze of glory, but otherwise we should probably try to rescue the downed fellows, because admittedly if we move shade it's just going to go, well, next closest target please.
Well, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
let's
It's
not
still.
keep it
It
out.
also has 21 burn on it still. So the question is do we attack it and kill it?
Oh,
Or
do we
do we
attack
let-
and burn it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm inclined to attack it because it seems like a big Hail Mary moment to go for.
Yeah, if you'd like.
Like I think narratively, like just putting our force and just enragingly trying to attack this thing, to hope it slashes and burns to death before it actually gets our friends. Because if we succeed, hooray! It's a big hell of a moment. If it's a failure, then like we get to have very dark narrative moments occur.
Okay.
It
Sounds
doesn't
like
tentacle swarm. Oh no.
sounds like it is up to Nash.
Alright, you're drugged up. Go.
Grabs the sword. Now you die. And he will spend the maneuver to engage.
Okay, and as you do that,
Oh
the
dear.
thing is looming over shade, about 2 stories up. But as you begin to approach, you see its head start to turn to face you. Its neck isn't moving, its head is just pivoting.
Like
And
an
it's
owl.
going to do that,
Like an owl.
like an owl. And it should say spend a destiny point for that.
Okay, so it spends the destiny point.
And it is going to
Well,
smack you. What's your melee
You
defense?
might be okay if it's half damage.
Three melee defense.
Okay, so that is 3 setback, plus an extra setback for being, was it disoriented?
Yep, and then 2 purple.
Yep.
2 purple. Is there anything you'd like to do to upgrade the difficulty?
I do not have anything that can upgrade the difficulty, so
Except the destiny point.
I'm okay.
All right.
I have faith.
I do too, but
Ah,
so it failed to hit.
but I
So
got
the-
a triumph
even
there.
a half damage.
It
Yeah,
did.
so-
It does have a lot of advantage in a triumph.
So it did get that, but a way that doesn't let it connect with him to hit.
I have an idea.
Let us hear it.
So, as you're
Like
running
tentacles
towards the
of the room?
creature, you see its head begin to turn, as someone mentioned, like an owl.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice what it's doing seconds, maybe a split second before it connects. And you essentially dive to the side, and instead of taking the full brunt of the impact, you basically get swept up and tossed away.
Okay.
Let's say to over here.
Okay, so you maneuver him away.
Oh, fuck! Fine! That's
But
how
you still
you...
have. Oh, sorry.
You said you still have...
Oh, you still have your maneuver in your action. If you
So
want to spend the
charge
turn.
again? Question mark. Oh, that could work because lumbering reflexes only allows us to happen once.
The problem
So
is...
you could recharge.
The problem is to spend 2 strain to
And
re-engage.
That would
Puts
knock
But
you
you
down.
got 4 advantage.
He did get 4
He
advantage.
did not.
And are we saying the 4 advantage and the triumph is what
Oh,
moves
oh,
me out of
no.
range?
I'm going to say the 4 advantage is to recover strain, because he's taking quite a lot that you guys can't see.
All right. Well, my only option then is to use my whipcord thrower.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
That
see
is
him
range
fall
light.
back and he skids across the floor and jams his sword into the ground. No! Do not touch Shade! And he just throws the whipcord at a thrower and is basically aiming to wrap this around like its torso and pull him away from Shade.
Now, is he trying to maneuver the creature? Or damage the creature?
Just damage, but flavoring he's trying to get a hold on it to pull it back.
Okay, make me that ranged light check. It has no range defense.
It's technically a melee attack. It just has short range, so it's still
okay.
It's still
That
2
works.
difficulty, upgraded twice because of his adversary.
All right, Indiana Jones this.
And I think I spend 1 strain to upgrade once. That puts me at threshold.
Yep. Gonna buff you up.
And I will spend a destiny point to upgrade it once more. Just to make sure.
Okay.
Go!
Well,
Someday I will roll a triumph with all of the yellows I throw at this game.
No, you
Nash
won't.
has not rolled a triumph yet. This entire battle.
someday you might, but today you will not need to. How do you want to do this?
So yeah, he's sliding back, the sword is sparking as it digs into the ground to hold him down, and he just throws his fist out, the other arm, with the whipcord thrower, and it flies out. It's got a grapple on the end that hits it and expands right as it cuts through. It basically pierces right through his chest. It expands, and then he just yanks, and just like a large, where he assumes its heart is, just like pulls right out of the thing and just splats on the floor. So there's this like massive, probably maybe a foot in diameter, is stuck to the end of the whipcord thrower as it just kind of pulses.
Yeah, so you do that, and when the thing lands in its chest and begins to expand, you notice that for the first time that you've hit this thing, the wounds have not begun to close automatically. And it expands in the flesh, and you bring it crashing down in the opposite direction from about a story of crushing, thundering sounds on the floor away from Shade. Right there. And it is dead. And I'm rotating the wrong thing.
Nash is dancing. He's dancing.
Yeah, wait, no, that's not the end of the initiative order.
Oh.
There's still a little minute detail.
A little clumpy detail.
I'll spend the three advantage to recover strength.
Okay.
Like if you want to roll, I can certainly do that, but I'm happy for like Violet to like near dismissedly just literally stun it with a shot and move on.
Yeah, if you want to take the next PC slot.
Yep. But yeah, like where is the clump approximately? Like just in here and about short?
It is
over by
it
here.
was basically right underneath the creature, so it's the square to the left of Shade. I don't have an actual token for this because
Yeah, that's
I did
fine,
not
that's
think
fine.
to prepare one, but think of it as like a little purple wriggly mass with tiny tentacles. It's like a little section of muscle fiber, but it's got all these little spindly things coming out of it.
Get it, Violet, get it!
Am I in short range, I presume, or
Yes.
yeah, but yeah, like for what it's worth, I will keep my the statement I gave, which is say I'm going to move up to be closer towards it. Basically, just like flick the blast of the stun, shoot it, and then continue to move over to Shade.
Make me a. It is really small.
Yep.
Make me a.
You want the
I'm
equivalent
gonna
of a
say
cold shot for it?
melee. Or wait, pardon?
You want the difficulty of a cold shot for it, or?
I think that would be fair. Yeah. So, standard difficulty, cold shot. So 2 black and 1 purple for short.
Okay.
It does not share the big guy's adversary quality.
And for a bit of flavor, I'm going to Destiny Point that for an upgrade.
All right.
And now we wait for my dust to arrive on the server. Yep. So I hit with stun setting for 10 damage.
Yep, that does it. It's stunned. It
Okay.
goes limp on the floor. Still spasming a little, but not moving in any sort of calculated sense. And that is the end of the turn order. Let me get rid of the combat music.
See Nash slowly reel in the large chunk that's still on his whipcord thrower and picks it up in one hand and kind of stares at it.
Are you sure this is not good to eat?
It might reproduce inside you.
We're sure. We're sure. In fact, let's let our good doctor have a check of it. Why don't we? When we get back.
Does anybody have any doctor skills? Colt over here ain't looking too good. I can give it a
need to
shot, but
roll
I
another
don't know the
crit.
first thing about medicine.
The
Okay,
Spider-Man. Oh, right.
Okay, so basically, when it comes to narrative and whatnot, like looks over and is like, you shot the clump out, you get to take it away by hazard. And Val just
Okay.
continues to walk over the shade and is just going to inject.
And Nash will pull out his last stim pack and crouch down over the Spider-Man and inject it into him, and then just stay looming over top of him as he comes to.
Oh, you'll need to inject a few more into him.
Also going to use.
And just now, as you're doing that,
Oops.
Floofy's gonna pop up over comms. Hey, gang, I lost your feed there for a minute. What did I miss?
Why did
We got it, but holy fuck.
Oh my god!
You
Stem
feel your-
packs and repair patches.
Jesus.
this thing is straight out of the tears of the unknown region? Floofy, we need to talk when we get back.
What do you mean this? Holy hell! I guess Nash was right about the type of biological weapons they were holding.
It was very durable. It took many slashes to bring it down.
Yeah.
I've never experienced anything like this.
Also, if the clump with that secured, like, Val's just going to turn to Barbecue and it's like, aim the flamethrower, douse it for a full minute.
Oh, it's still very on fire. Like, now that the regeneration quality is gone, it is burning up.
It's
pretty
now on
quickly.
more fire.
To clarify, yeah,
Okay,
it could be more on fire.
It is more on fire. It is burning.
Like until like the ground is literally scorched and like the place smells like the worst barbecue center ever.
Actually,
Barbecue, I used the repair patch on you.
I don't use a stim pack on Colton. I use some Ket W on Colton.
Oh, you're just gonna go all hard up on that.
Good. Good.
It
Finally.
It repairs all wounds. He has now 0 wounds.
Well,
Clearly, I
Colton,
don't need to doctor anyone. We're all good.
you come to feeling kind of loopy, but in a good way. Like your bones are feeling intact. Your skin is healing much faster than you thought was possible.
You have a
But,
shark man looming over you.
You
Yeah,
are
growing in a place
also
that didn't before.
kind of dopey. You're feeling high.
Colton, Shark Man! Oh, not Shark, Spider-Man! Are you awake now?
Man spider.
Mother?
Oh, some people do consider me a mother figure to them, but no, I am not your mother.
Oh.
And get out of bed.
Oh, what?
Are
Last
you...
thing I remember.
Yeah,
What
he
is-
slats pretty hard, doesn't he?
Here,
uh,
let me help you up.
And reaches out a big old hand to pick him up.
yoink. I think I only have like 2 brawn. I am a
Average.
yes.
You have
I'm
average
a
strength.
very average light spider boy.
You don't feel like you use much of your own strength to stand up.
Yep.
Nash
That
pulls you
is
up to your feet in rapid fashion.
That is very accurate.
And then
Anyway.
immediately wraps you in a bear hug. Or a shark hug.
Oh, that's sweet.
My exoskeleton cracks. No,
Oh, Colton, it is good to see you, my friend. We thought you had left the business.
Not gonna lie, you came at a good time.
Oh,
Colton,
so,
you're kind of feeling. It's a good high. It's a happy high. You're feeling sentimental.
oh, sorry.
The power of friendship. No, he does not say that.
Steps back a little bit. Doesn't continue crushing you.
Oh, sorry. Forgot. Spider people, very cracky. I did not hurt you, did you?
No, I'm fine. If anything, I feel great. I think you popped something in my back, but
I did.
in the
It
scheme of things.
is something that Dr. Ket gave us. He said it is very good for biological healing.
You hear over the comms.
Well, thank you,
What
Dr.
kind of
Ket.
crazy stuff happens to me as a side effect? By the way,
It's all in the thing.
Side
It's
effects
like
might
some
include
step-back
living.
I missed all of working with all of y'all, but not sure about the being a guinea pig for whatever the hell. Anyways, I did step away for a little bit to do some soul searching and decided, well, regular life's a little boring. I need this high in my life again. And maybe help Floofy scope out the next job or two.
Happy
Plus-
to have you back, bud.
Plus, we make a lot of credits. We are very, very wealthy.
Adrenaline junkie, are you? You get a few of those in the business. Not too unusual.
Oh, Violet,
yeah.
how is Shade? Is she up and at him now?
Yes.
Good. Good to
What
hear
was
it.
that?
Something I don't care for. Speaking of which, barbecue, keep burning. Something I don't really care for.
Speaking of which, does anybody have a jar or something? Just standing over this.
We're in a research lab. I'm willing to believe there's one about.
We
There
have.
are a
we have-
multitude of jars about.
I'm pretty sure we have the heart of the dude we burned in an iced Yeti cooler somewhere. So yes, let's put the thing inside a different iced Yeti cooler.
Alright. I'll put that in my backpack.
But yeah, let's secure the remains that are being kept, which is the clump, the heart, and whatever else anyone deems that they actually give a damn about. Well, it's happy to let
Rod
the
is
rest
still
know.
holding one of the heads.
Yep,
Oh.
there you go. You can keep the head.
Come, Brorod, let us go find
Mostly
a
in there.
crate. And
Yep.
some snow.
Beyond that, Val, just make sure everyone is up and awake and mobile enough, and then hover lift and looting.
I do have a hidden compartment. I could probably fit the heart part in there.
Do not
Just
shove
need
the
a
heart in
jar.
your hidden compartment.
No, I'll put a jar. I'll put it in a jar and then put it in there.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna take one of these jars and stuff the clump in there, and then put it in the hidden compartment.
Great. Well,
And I still got a head though, and we still got this big body here.
Oh, hey guys, you still want me to keep unlocking these vaults?
Oh, snap,
Yeah,
this
you
guy's
guys
still
should
alive.
probably make yourselves scarce.
right.
Like if he designates which one, like Violet's probably feeling a lot more cautious at the moment. It's just literally gonna have everyone aiming their weaponry at the vault door and checking it. Because if like there's another guard there, like she probably isn't gonna care if he has like a great story and a great mission for them. He's probably just gonna shoot first. Thank you so much. Bang.
Nash turns to Violet and Shade.
Right. Well, I am very good at carrying things, so tell me what to carry and I shall deliver it to Floofy. We have an exit point, yes?
Yeah, just get back up to the helipad on top.
Okay.
And Nash just starts going to vaults and collecting things.
All right. And as you are doing this, Well, how are you going about this? You've already opened vaults. C.
Vault's recommendation is that like for every vault that's unopened, it gets like all guns aimed at it until it's deemed secured, and then after everything is secured, like most valuable stuff first, least valuable stuff last.
All right.
Is there
Yeah,
a way to
Obviously
heal...
valuable things, obviously like important scientific things that can be sold, followed by more generalized things as order of priority.
Nash is looking where they are pointing and picking up things.
Is there a way to heal wounds with the medicine skill?
Yeah.
What is that?
Just using a med pack and using your medicine skill.
Oh,
No, I don't have a med pack.
can we roll
There might
cool,
be one in this facility.
cool or discipline to recover straight?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Everyone
Yes, do that.
everyone feel very cool or disciplined for a moment. As we
No.
Sure, do
all
you have
now
the
loop.
difficulty?
Yeah, no difficulty.
Yep, no difficulty.
Feeling cool.
Nice.
Hey, 3 more strain.
Also, now that the battle's over, I'm gonna resize this thing to reflect its size.
it's
I healed one.
It's a big one. Also, can get rid of the monster.
Is that thing still? It's still there, or was that the thing that this was in?
No, the thing.
Verify this.
This was made from the 4 creatures in the smaller cryopods.
So this big cryopod is still
This is
there.
this is
And
biological.
it's still got an entity inside.
Yes.
Is it burnt?
It's just to a farmer or something.
How
I've
do
watched
we...
you turn that over.
How do we get it out of here?
And as you asked that, almost on
To the roof
cue.
using thermites.
It's smashed through the glass.
Okay, well, maybe don't do that.
Oh,
Actually, no,
cool,
make me a roll.
monstrosity
Make me a
times
roll.
No! What?
Make me a roll.
What's
Is he
up?
doing an attack on it?
I mean, if you're smashing through their glass, yes.
No. Please
Alright,
do
who
not
said
smash
what?
the
Hold on.
glass.
Don't smash the glass.
Sorry, who said what?
Yeah,
I think
Someone implied they were going to
barbecue was
smash glass,
something.
and we're all saying no.
I think the implication was that the thing smashed out of the glass.
Oh, my
Oh
apologies.
yeah, no, that's what, that's what I
it does
joked
not.
about.
It does not. I thought Nillian was saying that he wanted to smash through the glass.
No.
Okay.
Rob can't take anymore. He'll
Yes.
cut himself on glass and kill over and die.
But yeah, as you're discussing what to do with the cryopod in the middle, the guard, the one remaining guard, chimes up, and I can't actually remember his name, but something, I don't know, Bimothy or whatever I called him.
Limothy.
Hey guys, there's an incoming transmission.
Well, you work here. How would you answer it?
Hello? And you see it come up as a hologram. Zilat, come in, Zilat. Your systems have spiked. Verify the status of the asset.
Let's lie out of her ass, shall we? Like, yeah, Vod has no idea if they can truly sort of see them or whatnot. But anyway, she's gonna pretend everything is perfectly fine.
Asset contained.
Oh, and you've got the voice modulator, right? You could copy Zalat's voice.
Oh my goodness, yes, I
literally planned for this thing. But yes, yeah, I could totally do that.
We heard him yelling enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
alter
just
my voice
scream into the
modulator
thing?
to match the person. He'll probably sound a bit louder than he should be, but
All right.
yeah,
What do you say?
Savard sounding like Zalat will basically go asset contained.
You do not sound like the Zalat I knew. What is the password?
Ice cream. That usually works.
Go password.
Why don't you just ask the security guy what the password is?
Yeah, like Violet will look at it, the security guy, for the moment.
Deco, Elter, Niner. Oh shit.
We do apologize, sir.
Once again, what is the status of the asset?
Contained. I apologize if there's issues with the line.
Of course it's contained, you fool. I wish to know how the experiment is progressing.
Are there any big words on these on the container that say, hey, all good or error?
Or in
like-
progress.
Yeah, also, Violet will quickly see if they can check through the records that they've got about the latest thing regarding this thing. In the meantime, she'll give more generalized updates of currently in progress,
Biometrics.
but needs more time, sort of thing. In short, she's giving generalizations of things are fine, but and generally on schedule, but we'll need more time for completion.
Sounds like a
Make me
social check.
Yeah, make me a deception check with. Is there a specific mechanical advantage to the voice modulator? Or is that up to GM Fiat 500 go?
In short, Fiat.
Okay, give me 2 boost die against. I'll be against resilience, right?
Perception,
Resilience is physical. It would be something else.
discipline is traditional. I
or
prefer
vigilance.
vigilance. Yeah.
Not resilience. Sorry, I meant vigilance.
Yeah.
Vigilance is fine. Vigilance is understandable. They're trying to discern on the fly if something's up.
So that would be against 4 yellow.
That'd
You
be
mean-
4 red.
So
For red.
yeah, make me a 4 red deception check with the 2 boost die from the voice modulator.
He is
I
a
am
very
going to
vigilant old man.
Yep, I'm going to Destiny to upgrade for what it's worth. For the record, this roll is basically going to fail, but I'm interested to see what happens.
Blank dice are a thing.
Anyway,
Just
Roll 'em.
believe in the heart. Believe in the heart of the dice.
we
Don't
ripped
do
that
that.
heart
Oh
out.
my gosh!
Oh my
Oh,
Why did
double
you speak?
spear!
Why did you speak? I blame Shred for everything that has just happened.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that he does
Goodness.
not believe you. I'm gonna say that one of the despairs is that your voice modulator fails halfway through. You're still tinkering around with it, and it isn't fully configured, and it just it completely drops, and your normal voice starts coming through. The other despair is, I'm going to say, Bimothy on the console basically does a spit take once your voice starts coming through and accidentally hits the button that makes the hollow call 2 ways.
Oh,
So we can now see you all.
oh no.
Wave hello. Hey.
At least 2 of us are in disguise. So there's that.
That is,
I
that is
would
true, guess.
I would assume Sharkman is wandering the halls at this point, picking things up. So I don't know if even Nash is here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say that at least Violet is in the room because she was on the call together.
Admittedly, yes. she
Shade-
probably would have recommended most
Shade would be
others
in the
would-
room.
Yeah, Shade is, well, you got the 10-foot marker on you, so I would assume
Yeah.
you're on the upper level right next to
In
Bimothy.
short,
Yeah.
whoever's not looting would be in the room, I'm willing to say. So who's
Rorod
not
is
looting?
definitely messing around with this container.
I would be looting
Sure.
because I can see things cool. Or
Okay.
Okay,
Barbecue.
so... Yeah. He
Uh,
looks around the room and he just
Looting, or are
smiles.
you hanging in the control room?
Hey, looting.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's 3 of you in there. Yeah. So he comes on the screen and pauses a beat. And then he just comes out with a wide smile. Ah, the bejeweled arsonists of Cloud City. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Arsonist? What? Is that our new title? I'm gonna whisper over to it. Just
Bejeweled
That's okay.
arsonists, he said.
bejeweled art. Oh right.
You know, babe.
Yeah. Okay.
My colleagues and myself have been following your exploits closely. I fear I must ask, what has become of Zelat?
Failed. They failed their gunnery test.
He stares down pointedly at Violet.
Who was even Zolat? I apologize.
Zelat is your arch nemesis.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
The
your
one that we came to the
ex-boyfriend that we.
base- Yeah.
Oh, there was no ex-boyfriend involved in that. Holy sweet mess. But yeah, sorry, I was trying to bring
Your
up.
ex-crew member who stabbed you in the back, and
Yep.
you've been hunting
Violet
for
has
years.
clearly wiped his from his mind now that
You
he's
have
dead.
been hunting
Man, you
his
get
balls.
over things really quickly.
Yeah,
That's
it's
super
just more.
emotionally healthy.
Zelat is dead to me and the universe at large, and I'm keeping it that way. Fucking needed to go.
I feared as much. A pity. He was a most valuable operator. Which brings me to your business in this facility. I believe I can discern the nature of your venture here. But
Money,
no matter,
yes, well done.
that figures. I only wish to be availed of the specimen in the large tank. I have no interest in the rest of this facility. Take what you wish, but leave me the tank.
And what are you offering?
Ah, always down to business with you people.
We are working after all.
Yes, yes. He turns to Brorod. The company man. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. I'm confusing Brorod and Colton again. I did this
Yeah.
with the combat check.
This happens.
The experiment. Turns to
What?
Violet. The mercenary. Turns to Shade. And you, the little girl from House Sabison. Always so eager to prove.
Shade's gonna point the blaster at the hologram. Do you know exactly what that is? And why it shouldn't be tinkered with?
Put your toys away, girl. I offer something more valuable than mere credits. I offer
Like-
information, of which I believe you would be interested.
Why would I be interested in talking to someone who has a destroyer of civilizations in a tank?
The concern is not to be yours. But what you might find interesting. One of my former colleagues has taken it upon himself to become a free agent. A certain Captain Gilad Peleon. He learned much in his former post that would put your people at a great disadvantage in dealing with the less savory elements of this galaxy. I offer his location.
He died over Lothal.
Some might believe yes. Others, not so much.
So what assurances you got that your information is good and true?
Assurances. For you, Celeste, I believe I need no assurances.
Like, even though Bart literally knows there's no way to shoot a hologram, she literally shoots the hologram.
Now that that's out of the way, that little outburst. Our friend has also learned much of which enterprising professionals such as yourself would be well served to take advantage. There is much to be gained from this mutual agreement. What say you, Shade?
Shade's gonna be looking over computer control consoles. trying to see if I find an off switch for this.
Shooting it is also completely valid.
The classic Star Wars way.
So, like, Violet is ever so slightly intrigued, even with her whole mercenary outlook on life, and it's like,
What is your plan for this thing anyway?
As I've
If you're gonna
stated,
blow up Cloud City with it, then, that sours the deal.
you have my word that Cloud City and Bespin at large will not be touched. This is to be used for certain more subtle approaches.
Subtle, this.
A learned one in rare history. But you have my word. It will not be destroyer of planets. Something less destructive indeed.
Like what?
He smiles. To be disclosed at a later date.
I think you
When
can
my
disclose some of
agency
it
is
at a
ready.
current date. Because if you would like to keep it, I want affirmations and intentions.
My employers wish to harness the uncanny healing factor of this species in an attempt to make life as we know it more resilient to the dangers to come. Surely you can
Right.
respect that, no?
The dangers that come, what is the apocalypse gonna hit the universe again?
There are certain things lurking in the deep recesses of the unknown regions, and even further out, that we would do well to be equipped against.
It gives a look over to Violet like we'll talk later about this.
Violet, in the meantime, is more smiling as if she's just wasting this person's time. Just like seems like unconcerned about like she literally doesn't believe like any of this really. Like she doesn't trust the guy. She's not quite sure of his intentions. She thinks that if anything, they're probably going to make some sort of immortality serum out of this to keep the oligarchies in power, rather than anything to fight against some outer world area. She doesn't believe the idea of like there's some great extraterrestrial threat, which is why she like made the joke of like, oh, is the universe under attack again? Like she doesn't think the universe has ever been under attack, but she's just absolutely like half curious about what kind of money could be involved in this, but half like professionally taking the piss out of this conversation.
Rod's gonna pipe up after he heard that last sentence. Just wait, you've been able to add this regeneration to other creatures?
Yes. Our late friend Zalat was one of the first successful subjects. I don't suppose you kept his remains intact?
Looking around, I do not think he made it in any piece. I don't think there's enough of him to bury after everybody got done with him.
A pity.
You don't
Would have
have
been worth
any...
a few extra credits.
Well, I mean, you don't... Maybe would be willing to do an exchange for some files on this.
The extra credits are definitely not worth it.
Hold on. Just the idea of regeneration, just reconstituting a being. That sounds, not that bad of an idea.
If I told you this took over your body and hijacked your mind to regenerate,
I don't like dying.
But you wouldn't be living at that point either.
Let me assuage your concerns right now. In its current form, put into the body naked, it would do, as the Chiss says. However, Zalat proved to be a valuable test subject. He maintained his mental faculties, and we believe the same could be applied
to species at large, such as yourself.
What was different about him? How
He
was he able
smiled.
to keep his faculties?
For that, you will have to trust me. There's much to be learned from these files and from this specimen that require further research.
What
Right,
did you want for this research? The specimen? Just, he knocks on the capsule.
Simply the tank and nothing more. We have the files already. What we need is the genetic material.
Yeah, do you think you could send those files to me? I'm intrigued by this whole idea.
He ponders for a moment.
That could be arranged as an addendum to our deal.
Or I'll just rubs his hands together, Guys, I think he might be speaking some truth.
Floopy's gonna pipe up over comms after Brurod says that.
Hey, Shade, I did promise to help you with your little matter. Not that it's little. And this seems like a halfway decent shot. You know, I also like the idea of being a enterprising professional, like you said, but it's up to you guys. We would have to move fast, though. I'm pretty sure I can get us on that flight.
At a character like Shade holds no particular concern one way or the other, but does have a slight tendency towards fuck him for the funny. Like, you know, I'd fuck you, I don't like you.
Shade thinks
But anyway,
Shade thinks that whatever this guy's offering is too much of a risk compared to. Sure, Paleon may not have been the nicest guy, and Paleon may be doing some things that may put Shade in a pickle. You know, it's like, come on, let's give the Russian terrorists a nuke. In Shade's mind, there's no reasonable outcome in her eyes.
Yeah.
If
well,
she
Brorod's
can't
got the
find-
interesting
And
arc
Brorod's
where
mind, he
he
sees this as
totally
a-
wants regeneration thing for his decaying body. For
Would
the record, I was
prefer to
tempted
not
to
die.
actually, yeah, I was tempted to actually have Bart say, like, yeah, I'll act out the hypothetical statement I was going to give, which was,
Brorod, if for the record you like slowly dying, just remember Shade can make you actually die now.
Yeah,
I'd
she
hate to
pulled out
see
her.
our.
like for the record, that was hypothetical.
Hypothetically,
But at the same
okay.
time,
As-
I'm also totally fine for that to actually be actually said, because I'm sure Bart can piece enough together or just say it as a snarky statement.
The clock is ticking, girl. As I said, this flight our friend is on. It's leaving tomorrow. Soon he will be in the care of the Pikes. You might not get another chance. What would the Ascendancy think?
Oh, Violet, we've done worse things than this.
Might be one to me or Shade.
I'm saying
I
that to
assure
Violet.
you my intentions are noble. I simply seek the betterment of the galaxy at large.
Heard that one before.
Like, Violet shrugs, nods to Shade, and seems to be willing to go with what Shade wants. Again, she doesn't really trust the upper class, and this guy comes up as very upper class to her, so...
Yeah, Shade's
If one
ready
of
to
you
pull out a
guys-
blast crystal.
Well,
If
then
one of you
turns
guys
over
would
to
like to-
Nash. Do you understand what's going on around here? Because I'm drawing a bit of a blank. I've been away for,
Oh, what do you mean, this facility?
No, you hear over the comms. There's some guy, owner of this place.
Oh, I turned off comms. I like to work in silence sometimes. It has been a noisy day. Is something happening? Do they need me to kill someone?
He like
Floofy's
sets down the
gonna-
box and like starts revving up his sword.
Floofy's going to address specifically you two over comms.
Nash just got his comms off.
Okay,
Oh.
specifically to Colton over comms. Mention that the guy's offering a potentially huge sum of money to be paid out at a later date.
Out of character, if we did accept it, Violet would be stating half has to be in advance to make this deal work.
For the record, Floofy is lying about the huge sum of money. The contact is not paying anything up front. He's giving you intel on a potentially very profitable job.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, hang on. Let me.
See him kind of one hand with the sword, and the other hand's like fumbling with the comms in his ear.
No, that's radio. Well, there we go. What are you saying? Something, Floofy?
Yeah, this guy with the accent is offering some pretty solid intel.
I do not trust him. He is accent.
Yeah.
Men with accent always are very shady.
Wait a second.
Yeah. But
What?
if this guy
Not
is who
shade,
I think he
shady.
is, I would wager that this intel is going to make us some very rich folks.
Why is he? What are we giving him?
He wants the tank.
But that was going to bolster my warrior spirit.
Based on what he was saying to the others, I don't think you want to try and add it to your warrior spirit in its current form. It might just overpower your brain and take over your body.
Well, then I
I'm not
guess
gonna lie, there is something I want to run past Shred actually, which is to say, like Violet, like will give you the idea, like even if she has to sub-vocalize it over commas, which is if he wants the tank, he can have the tank. We can kill what's inside.
If we can kill what's inside.
In short, her plan would be like barbecue, 100 rounds of combat, flamethrower. But again, like he has sort of ascertained like, oh yes, I want the generic material, but they can scrape it off the side of the tank if they want. It would set them back probably a few years.
Yeah. So this tank. Let's talk a little about the tank design for a second. I assume it's keeping something in like stasis, right?
Yeah, so it's similar to the cryopods you've seen on the floor that the sort of local residents came out of. This thing is much bigger. Those guys were maybe 7 feet tall. This guy is about 9 feet tall, and much bulkier, and seems to be wearing some sort of advanced armor. The front of the thing is clear, unlike the other pods, and this does seem to be a very special cryopod.
Dowsing Doom guy.
Shade's gonna have a change of heart with Violet's information. You know what?
Assuming that the guy is still reiterating his statement of, I want the tank.
He did say he wanted
Unless
the
he-
specimen, but
He
I
did
mean,
say, I
we're
want the
gonna
tank, I
split
want the
hairs.
generic material inside. Like, I'm sure there's some generic material inside there. Unless he, like, states, like, on the acceptance offer, like, you're giving me the specimen and the tank or something like that. But
Okay,
again, like, this is Violet being, like, half willing to go along with Shade and half just wanting to dick over someone rich.
I'm just going to say this now, pulling back the GM screen. I do have a boss fight prepared. I do not think you guys want to engage in this boss fight.
We are severely beaten up.
Yeah,
Or
that is
on the cusp of
fair.
killing
For what
over.
it's worth, like, if we were to try to quote-unquote fight this thing, like, everyone would be drugged up to max and freshened up, but yeah, we'd probably get our asses kicked. But from, like, a meta-narrative perspective, it's just like, this is what my character would do, this is what my character's thinking, this is what they would offer as an idea.
Fine, you can have the specimen. But your intel better be damn right on Paleon.
I was hoping you'd come around to reason. I take it I have your word.
She holsters her pistol.
And you, spice trader?
Floofy pops over the comms.
Yeah. If it's good with them, it's good with me. Just don't, I don't know, don't start unleashing this thing on any planets. Then we have a deal. The captain is taking a passenger liner from Cloud City to Ariadu tomorrow. From there, he hopes to endear himself to the Pike Syndicate. On his person, he has the information you seek. However, I would warn that it would be better if he does not know that it is lost. Consider this a gesture of good faith.
And the files?
The files will be sent to you. I will provide it into the care of your good doctor.
Arigato.
How's that?
Schlumper. One more thing. This is a top secret installation. I would be interested in how you obtained this knowledge.
It was revealed to us in a dream.
He smiles.
If you remember other details, aside from the wisdom of dreams, there would be some credits in it, and not an insufficient amount.
I'm waiting for, I don't remember his real name, so I'm going to call him Herzog. I'm waiting for Herzog to disconnect to do something.
Hey, gang, I think he wants us to sell out our source.
No fucking way. No.
I mean, I dislike Huck as much as the next guy, but it's up to you.
Burrod does not agree to that.
Yeah, like I don't think anyone's going to agree, and Shade will like. I think I'm happy for Shade to pipe in, just going like,
Now, we don't get repeat business that way.
He did have bad taste in pizza, but that is no reason to condemn him.
With this, his smile broadens.
I can
He says
respect.
it's over comms, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nash is off somewhere else, just talking with the group now.
I'm gonna say that he reads the room and sort of determines that you guys aren't going to tell him.
and Violet's willing to just like. Violet said to him, now, you don't get repeat business that way. Like,
Yeah.
we're not saying.
And judging based on everyone else as well, he's pretty confident that you guys aren't going to sell out your source.
No.
And his smile broadens into a grin.
I can respect the principle of it. No matter. We will find out in due time.
Oh, I don't doubt it. You seem to be very well connected. You seem to know a lot about us and our spice trader.
You do not know the half of it. But I believe our business is concluded.
At least Burrod's actually gonna call it. Like, wait a minute, you called me the experiment. You know that too?
I know a great many things, as your friend Violet would likely tell you.
Looks at Violet, looks back at him, just goes, "Okay then."
To be fair, I don't actually know the guy. Like, out of character,
If she has possibly screwed him over on an associate of his, she literally does not know or care.
You get the sense that he has not had direct dealings with you. Well, you specifically. He did, the more astute of you might remember that he was present at the jewelry store.
Early on, yep.
Not gonna lie, I didn't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think he only.
My
bumped
character's
into
smart.
Nash,
I am
so-
not.
Wait, was it only Nash? I remember Nash just kind of shrugged it. He said something like vaguely intimidating and
Nash
kind of
was
ominous, and then
Nash was
just
in the
didn't-
building, and
Yeah.
I think Brorod was getting his orientation.
Yeah, I got a job.
It's in the VOD. I'm pretty sure I had him bump into Nash, and then he said something ominous, and then Nash did not pick up on it at all.
Yeah, no,
that,
still.
that sounds exactly like Nash.
Yep, absolutely. Me to get a dramatic reveal and I remember that moment later on as well.
His passenger liner departs at 1800 hours. Cloud City Terminus. Leave the tank in the base. My operatives will collect it. I trust this to be the start of a long and fruitful relationship.
Can be.
And with that, he hangs up.
Right.
That went well.
All right, Shane's gonna go immediately over to the controls of the tank, see if she can muck him up.
Okay.
Rorod's gonna try and stop her on this. Just
Okay.
stop.
Okay, before you do
No,
that, quick bio break. I'm going to be back in about 30 seconds. Unless you guys also need to go, in which case, 5 minutes?
Does anyone need to go?
Anyone else need to...
5
let's take
minutes?
5.
Okay, 5
Yeah, I
minutes.
need
Back
bio
at the
break.
hour.
So at the top of the hour, go.
All right, top of the hour. I think everyone's back except for Noko, unless he's just muted.
He's playing World of Tanks.
No,
Noko.
what's
No,
up
I'm
unless
listening
something
to Thunder.
overtly involves barbecue? Like, I think there's going to be a bit of a showdown between Brorod and Shade, and maybe Violet to a small extent.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah,
that.
if you guys want to do that, RP.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense.
Nash has gone
Yep.
back to hauling
So for
things.
what it's worth, the second that Violet sees that Shade is pulling out his gun to Brorod, Violet would actually copy that action.
Wait, Violet pulled a gun out on me?
No, I put it back.
Oh.
If Shade was going to pull out a gun on Brorod, Violet would mimic that action.
I was also gonna follow up if she did. I got 2 of them now.
You're gonna point it at yourself? What?
Just gotta make sure, you know?
Yeah, right now Shade's gonna try and muck with the tank to see if maybe he could cook the specimen to somehow make the genetic material less useful.
Is it Shade doing that or Violet?
Shade.
Shade.
Oh, you're 10 feet up in the air. There's nothing I can do to you.
I believe you guys made a knowledge check to figure out what this thing is, at least loosely, when you first discovered the tank. Although it was like probably 4 months ago, if not more.
I didn't know.
So
Found
Jade
out
has
It was
a
Shade that Shade
Different
made the check.
hypothesis.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Shade was the one that figured it out. Or maybe.
yeah, so Shade would know. Like just based on, I don't know, infamy on the historical side, that this thing is nigh unkillable.
Rod's definitely gonna try to stop her just by context clues from that conversation of we don't want to let this thing out. Cease and desist.
Okay,
Stop.
I've just realized that Shade does not, or Shade's
No.
player does not actually
No.
know what this thing is.
Jade Slayer does not remember what happened 4 months ago.
She's just pressing buttons.
Okay, if Shade has specific knowledge that only Shade knows, YouTube quickly pop into another voice channel and talk.
Yeah, remind me what it is. And
Well, it was a knowledge education. I figure Shade probably would have shared, or I think Shade did share it.
She did.
Yeah,
Did.
so this
I
was.
just don't remember. The
Yeah.
player doesn't remember.
So you know
It's in
the
stream.
Clone Wars movie,
Okay, then if it was Shade, then go for it.
Yeah,
or not the not the movie, the like
Animated
original TV
cartoon?
show
yeah.
with Gendy Tartakovsky.
Oh, that's right. It's
Yeah.
the Gendai. Yeah.
Gendy.
It's the Gendai.
Yeah,
uh,
The thing that was
Tony on-
thrown into the sun and survived.
I thought that was the thing that killed it.
Hmm.
I also thought that
Or
was
maybe
the
it's
thing that
still
killed it.
survived. Okay, yeah. This is gonna be a lot less tense.
Yeah. So like very, very hard. Think like a Krogan on crack
Super crack.
Good
for the
definition.
rest of you.
Super,
Mega crack.
super crack. Mega crack, yeah.
He's got
He
8
was
hearts.
buried alive under like a mile of dirt and rock, and then clawed his way out.
Depending how you believe it, he did survive going into the sun.
He's basically
From a certain point of
Wolverine
view.
combined with giant unkillable murder beast.
So we're talking that we're mixing. What was the statement I was about to give? Sorry, I missed my punchline. Go on.
Jade's still gonna try to see if he can manipulate doing it, seeing if Bro Rod's gonna stop her.
Rod's definitely trying to stop you from messing with it. He'd rather not die. He's currently using level 2 force, which is gentle pushing.
Shade's gonna stop and turn around and see Bro Rod.
What the heck are you doing?
You don't know him. You don't know how I'm...
You're right, I don't know him. I don't have this hate boner you have for him. I just know that, from what I could tell from that conversation, this thing is very dangerous, and if we let it out, it'll probably kill us all.
We can agree on.
But also
So we don't let it out.
Yes, don't let it out. It's that simple.
So why are you messing with it?
Try to cook its DNA. Or at least degrade it.
Isn't it currently in cryostasis?
It is currently in cryostasis.
So what are the chances you try to cook it and you just wake it up and piss it off?
Fair point. Kat looks over to the purge grenade she still has on her belt.
Like,
Think
could we just, melt this entire place down around it and trap it in, like a couple billion tons of stone?
that wouldn't do it. I think
I like the idea.
Yeah. Do you have the explosives
Look,
for it?
Oh good, so instead of killing us now, it'll kill us in 3 days when it climbs out.
We'll be long gone.
Look, all we promised was a tank, and we promised a specimen. We didn't say the quality of the tank, the quality of the specimen, or how many booby traps that either of them have. Besides, this person knows a lot. Mr. Know-It-All knows our reputation. We would be practically disappointed if we didn't booby trap the entire place.
Mr. Know-It-All is also working for a terrorist organization against my government.
We have a terrorist on our team. That
But we
doesn't
don't have a
hold up as
government
well
on
as
our
you'd
team.
imagine anymore. Looks past you at barbecue.
Barbecue's holding up some, thermal paste.
There's there's at least many differences between the two. One of the
Well,
biggest
one of you get
ones-
promoted in the government.
And this one doesn't feel anything when he kills somebody.
Well, this one, for lack of a better word, is maybe at best if we're all implicated 6 people. This guy works for millions of them. Besides, what's your interest in this tank anyways? It's one thing to not mess with it so we don't die, but it sounds like your interest is a little bit more than that.
I'm just intrigued by the whole regeneration prospect he mentioned. Also, that whole threat of cosmic horrors that I don't fully understand, but I don't really like. We just faced off against, I don't even know if we could call that a cosmic horror. It was probably just an abomination. And that thing almost killed us.
Yes, and it had 4 of the regeneration things that you want, apparently. You do realize that's the regeneration they're talking about, right?
I do realize. But I also want my hands on those files he mentioned. And I feel like he probably might not agree to that whole deal we made if you start messing around with this damn tank.
Again, the agreement, 1 tank, 1 specimen.
I don't think he's the type of guy who appreciates exact wording.
Then he worked for the wrong government. Do you know what the government does? They fuck people over in a technicality in a word.
Aid laughs.
I don't. Who asked?
Shade's laughing at that comment.
Oh, okay.
And the fuck over
I don't know why your
forward.
voice sounded a lot different, so I actually got confused who was speaking. Sorry.
Got it.
All right, back to
I did have the modulator on, but I actually did put tone into that, so I'm not sure how that came out.
And besides, they know their reputation, they know what to expect.
Regardless, I would appreciate it if we didn't mess with this thing. On the off chance that you end up accidentally opening it. I'm gonna point at your purge grenade. Can you guarantee that you'd be able to kill it with that? If it just woke up?
Oh, the plan now is just once we're long gone to fry and see what happens. If these people were smart, they would have hardwired and hardened this material. She looks at the tank. These people are not as smart.
I'm just gonna look at this and just like eye it a little bit more. Like, it's definitely not awake right now, right? It can't see us.
She looks over at the console. I assume the console indicates the Gendai is in stasis. Or at least indicating sleeping.
Yeah,
I'd imagine that might be
it's like all systems nominal at the moment.
asleep for now. Hopefully stays that way. You know, there are legends of people seeking immortality. None of them
They're all
ended
dead.
well.
Ew.
I don't know
Yes.
what you're talking about. I'm not seeking immortality on anything. I just like
What-
to not die.
I gotta ask you a tiny bit about that. Why are you in this line of work?
Hmm.
Again, some people are actually in it for adventure or the literal adrenaline high of pulling up a heist. Other people want money or to fuck someone that's fucked them over. Bard points to herself. Why are you in it if your goal is trying to live as long as you can?
I'm in it for very important personal reasons. Very important that I don't really want to tell you.
I'm not asking you to tell me your life story. I'm asking you to explain why you're in this line of work.
Like I
You can
said,
do one without the
important
other.
personal reasons.
And I'll give you a personal reason to not do this. You give this over intact to that man, 20, maybe 25 years tops. We're all gonna have a boot in our face. Forever.
We live in a line of work where we're gonna have to deal with a boot in the face every 5 minutes. Gestures to the charred mess on the floor.
Do you want to bet the almost quadrillion people in the galaxy for that?
I'd rather deal with this thing in 25 years than deal with it now.
Let's look at the idea of a compromise. How about we booby trap the crap out of this?
That's
Booby
Again,
trap
if this
how?
is having some good old set charges, maybe some procs-based ones. I'm happy to give them the tank, and if they know it all and understand it, then they will be able to retrieve it fine.
You know, I do have to mention, you're making this plan, and he's gonna point at the security guard. He's watching the whole thing.
Oh, actually,
By the way,
I
you're
was
coming
kinda
with
hoping I
us.
could come with you. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Okay.
coming with us.
Like,
Okay,
without
Floofy, I'll
saying
appreciate
anything,
that.
Bo just looks at Bro Rod, straight faced. As
I
if to
thought bro, I
say,
was just gonna
like,
sigh and
next
just
thing.
go, okay, that's actually a lot better than what I thought we were gonna do. Because I was gonna have problems with that one as well. So as you're saying,
Now,
booby
you
traps,
know
what
us,
kind?
and so does Mr. Know-It-All.
I do know you. Where is who was the guy that they tortured? What was his name again? The one who actually Grenzalat?
Grenzalat.
Grenzalat. Where is he? I don't remember
He
where
is
his body
a
was.
burned stain on the floor.
We have his heart. Or his brainstem? Something. We grabbed
He
a
died
certain-
around there.
We grabbed a certain
Okay,
part of
around
him
there.
and put it in the box. The rest...
Did you?
I don't think we. No, I think
No,
actually
Nash
he got.
Nash definitely reached into his chest cavity and pulled out, I think, his heart.
We're not talking about the monstrosity. We're talking about specifically.
Zalot,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
The one where you bit his genitals off.
Yes, that happened, and he grew them
Are
back.
you sure it wasn't the genitals that you put in the box?
Nope. It was heart or brainstem or something. Something that was seemingly where regeneration was coming from. He grabbed it and put it in the box. Tore it right out of his
the
chest.
The regeneration was coming from the little parasite thing. I don't know if... No, you destroyed that because he didn't...
We didn't have it. Yeah, no, that's why I kept going for it during the battle because we didn't have the regeneration parasite.
We
tell you what, I'll review the VOD and I will
we,
see...
we definitely ripped something out of Zalot. I thought I had crushed through his chest cavity and pulled
Well, you
some.
ripped a lot of stuff out of the lot. I just don't know if you kept
That's
any
a
of it or burnt it all.
Yeah, go back to the VOD. I'm almost positive Nash took like his heart or something out of him and put it in the box. Or his brain, something.
I lost track of the conversation. Where were we again? Shaded Violet?
About torturing people and I'm going to make a mention about Greg Salat. Grand Salat.
I completely forgot. Just a gesture to him. I hope that's the continuation of the conversation.
So you're going to gesture to the corpse?
Yes.
Sting.
Only because I completely forgot where we were in the conversation.
Fair enough. Like I'm just going to do this just as like, honestly, I'm just doing this for fun and all that. So I'm just going to continue the conversation and Bart's going to smile back at you, like happily.
Yes, that's what happens when people cross me.
As you're doing this, Snoko, can I have you make a... I'll just set the scene. So as you're looting the vaults, one of them, once you open the security gate inside, a suspiciously blinking light and ticking noise begins to count down.
Oh, wait.
I
Would
should
we,
probably-
would
I should
Josh
probably
and I
check
have been...
Yeah, which vault and who?
Okay, now I'm pulling back the GM screen. It's this vault, but you guys all said you're just kind of floating around looting everything. So we didn't actually assign that. I'm willing to hand wave the entire process, but I will say that one of you will find a vault with ticking C4.
What?
Fellas, there appears to be a bomb of some sort inside this particular vault. I recommend that we vacate the premises.
That
And,
is
as an addendum, you see some very valuable-looking loot beside it. Some sort of statue, an artifact.
Or perhaps we
mean,
could
The
defuse
front
it.
door
Give
is right
me a
here. Can we
moment.
just put it outside the front door?
I
Or
can
that.
carry a very
Like-
large amount. Should
Yeah,
I carry
like,
the bomb?
out of- Okay, so
Find a
in
missile to
character,
bomb.
Violet wants to actually examine it. She's going to leave these two to have the conversation.
Examine the
Like-
bomb or the artifact?
Bomb. The thing
Okay.
that's ticking. Like, she's going to determine if it can be safely disarmed or to detonate in place.
And I look at the artifact with my force-sensitive 8 eyes.
To see if it's valuable?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Make me a, what would that be, sense check? Or
Perception.
education? Or perception?
Farsight? Or, yeah, perception, farsight, something like that? Trying to see it.
I'm willing to let Farsight bend to see when in the past this thing is from.
Microscopic and fine details.
Hey, that sounds good use.
Yeah, sure. Make me a Farsight check.
We do. Well, let's take the strain in order to look at it.
Okay.
So light side to activate it, and then the other two for fine and microscopic details.
So you see that this is a artifact, a statue from basically the High Republic era. A minor thing, There are others like it, but it's still pretty rare. There's other that have survived, but they're mostly dusting the inside of museums and collector vaults and that kind of stuff. You would wager you would get at least what's 3,500 times? It's 3,500 each. That's how I've been breaking down the loot. But that times however much it is for. How many PCs are there? 5? 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6.
Hold on, I got to do some calculations with it. Okay, let's
21
make this
grand.
simple. 3,500 each.
3,500 uses 21 grand.
That's minus all the other fees and not the crime tax though. The crime tax comes after. But the offshore account needs to take its pick, and also the various other planning costs. But yeah, you would get an easy 3,500 for it.
Second thought, maybe we should actually nab this nice little sucker.
And it is currently chained to the crate that is blinking and beeping.
Violet?
A character, can someone point me to the vault?
B vault B.
B.
Bottom left.
Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doop.
Okay, Barlet would like to examine it and see if it's possible to disarm or too dangerous.
I was gonna have the disarm be a mechanics check, but what would be, I guess, knowledge warfare maybe?
I mean, why wouldn't it be a mechanics check?
To like,
Oh, like to do
determine
the actual
what
thing.
it
I'm
is.
just saying, like, to evaluate.
Yeah.
Like, if this thing is like literally set up, like, to be way too hard to disarm for a normal person, which I doubt. The idea is just like she assesses the situation before going in.
I mean, warfare sounds good. Education's like a backup.
Yeah.
To be fair, both of them are the same for me.
Okay, do warfare. 3 purple. Actually, oh no, this is a pretty 2 purple. Standard difficulty.
All right, rolling. A bit of threat, but so her focus with success is determining if this is something that can reasonably be disarmed.
Okay. Yes, you see it, and it's a pretty standard mining rig. I'm gonna say for the 2 threats, you have 15 seconds on the timer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Less time, but can be done.
So someone needs
Yep.
to disable this right away, or you guys need to get to safety.
But walks in the room.
Okay.
Disarm.
Make me
What's my
a
difficulty?
2 red mechanics check.
Oh boy, Chancellor's fair.
I would say Nash is also here, and if things go wrong, he is going to grab some people and run.
Yep. Flipping Destiny for what it's worth for an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want me to help you too?
If anyone is apparently going to like crowd cheer for boost and dice within the 15-second time limit, you can. That's your call.
I'm gonna help because I'm a robot. I can just transfer consciousness to another body, so I'm fine.
So you're unconcerned. Bard's just a bit. Oh, Bard's just a bit violent.
I think my little robot's right away.
Okay. One boost dice then, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. No
Yep.
worries.
So 2 red, 1 Destiny point flip for an upgrade, and 1 boost dice from barbecue, possibly sharing the explosion with Violet. All right, roll.
What's the worst that'll happen?
Explosion.
Explosion.
Hey,
Barbecue dies,
Yep.
but then at the
Flawless.
last second.
Yeah,
hey, try it.
So not only do you disable the explosive, I'm going to say that you discover that it was a much bigger explosive than you originally noticed. Like the C4 was on top, and it was resting on top of a beradium charge, so that bumps up the value of the overall thing. You looted some explosives from the other vaults as you're going around, but this will be about an extra, maybe 50 credits apiece.
Mm-hmm. Before, like, even Violet sort of assesses the numerical value, just to continue the fun conversation we're having before, it's like,
Hey Shade, I think I found some explosives you can use.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, but
I
this
like
is fun.
uncles. I'd like to pose a question. Are we certain that this is the only bomb they've rigged for us?
Probably not. There's more vaults.
Anyway, since
Well-
it's literally disarmed, success advantage. Anyone got an idea for the triumph?
Saying the triumph like bumps up the value.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So not only do you
So
salvage
the triumph
explosive
is
that was-
extra Brudium charge, basically.
More bombs.
Okay.
Bombs for the bomb god.
which you can either keep or you can sell for an extra like 50 credits apiece, because this is a Bradium charge is normally 500 credits, but I will say that...
I'm using this thing.
Okay, you want to
We're
use
putting
it?
it to work.
Nash is carded.
Like out of character, if people are genuinely worried about the money thing, like Shade's character can quote unquote pay for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah,
And
for the sake of the
Nash's-
flavor we're building here, like Violet will just literally hand her the the initial bomb with the beryllium charge it was connected to.
And Nash will pick up the statue, carry it with all the other stuff he's carrying to the loot. You know, he's probably dropped some stuff up at the helipad. He's come back for more. He's
Okay, so you've emptied out Vault C and Vault B, and I'm assuming... Let's hand wave due to time, and so you've already gotten Vault F.
Sure. All right. It's Vault A for awesome or asshole. Let's find out.
after about the
If
second
it's filled
trip.
from bombs, I have the right to say asshole.
As an
Okay.
E-web.
So
Full E-web gunnery crew.
Bimothy
Anyways.
switches the unlock procedure to hit Vault A and E simultaneously, because you did get that. I forget if it was a triumph or you succeeded really hard in a check, but it's now like opening dually.
Fair enough.
So you've got A and E together. Which do you go for first?
A is literally closer.
Okay. So you get to Vault A, and the door opens with a groan. It's a real heavy door. Would have taken a fair bit of explosive to get through this. Maybe repurposing one of the Bradium charges you found. And inside, you see another fancy artifact. Seems to be from around the same period. This is based on the scarring on the thing and degradation.
Bag and bag.
Sorry, what was in Vault A?
So you see a pile of guns and another pretty nice artifact.
Mhm.
Around the same value as the other one.
Quick check, nothing explosive, nothing set to
Make me a vigilance check.
self-destruct. Sure. Difficulty there?
It's 2 purple.
Is it for anyone or just Violet?
Whoever's in the room.
I was looking, I guess, but yeah.
I wasn't quick enough to say, so I'll just stay.
Actually, instead of vigilance, make me a perception or vigilance, your choice.
Probably be vigilance.
Okay.
But I'm gonna quickly check my character sheet in the Og Dudes just because I think that adds in my eyeballs correctly. So, I'll roll shortly.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's all correct. Excellent. Two success, one advantage.
Okay, yeah. I will say that, yes, you notice there's no C4 rigged up in the room. There's the artifact, there's the guns, and with that advantage, I'll give it to you. There's a hollow crumpet in the corner.
Okay. But we'll pick it up and yeah, we'll pick it up and just put it in their pocket for the moment. Like for the record, I don't even know if Violet has anything that they can insert hollow crumpets into, but I should probably end up just giving it to someone.
I will remind you that in the last shopping session, hollow crumpets were used beyond just upgrading signature weapons.
Yeah, right. I talked to you about what my signature weapon is because I. Don't
Well,
remember.
signature item. Sorry, not just weapons.
Same thing.
But I think you made it your gun, but I can't actually remember. But
Yeah,
we'll talk.
I think
we'll talk
I think I
later.
might have chosen the grabber gun just because I didn't have enough to afford a gun, but I don't think I need a like ascension gun that ascends me to the moon or something.
Right. I mean, that is
Alright.
on the table. Just saying. Just.
Noted. Have a
Anyways,
pun for Bennett.
so yeah, I'm
After
guessing-
that's examined, and assuming none of the guns have like self-destruct gene locks on them, Bart will move to Voldy.
No, just standard issue munitions. Pretty commonly found on the market. Slightly nicer than your average stock, but you'd reckon you can get about probably 2,000 a piece for the whole crate.
Checks Voldy. Do you want the same vigilance check or?
Yeah, perception or vigilance. Okay, you find more medical supplies and more C4. This is not activated. It is inert. More basically mining supplies, because this is an old mining base. It's like detonite charges and cheap charges. Mining explosives, basically.
Okay. Violet Minley doesn't know if anything is wrong with the room, so she steps in and checks the loot. Which is say, if there's anything nasty that's going to happen, this is now the time to have it to my character.
Flip me. How much do you trust me?
Oh, that's new.
Phrases you don't want to hear for your DM.
That's real. That's a new one.
I trust you. I trust you as much as I possibly can, friend computer.
Flip me a light side point. You trip over a pair of hollow crumpets that are just embedded in the ground.
Ooh.
My trust has increased.
Okay. Violet will also go and pick those up.
Ooh, candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. But yeah, that is now all of the vaults. So it's a matter of getting it up to getting it to the elevator and then getting it all up. It's a cargo elevator, so it can fit everything to the surface.
Yeah, I mean, Nash has already carted off the smaller vaults.
Is the vault here with the exploded gentleman inside it also cleared or just unlocked?
That thing is rubble. That thing, like as I said earlier, the hallway is narrower after that explosion.
Okay. Yep. It is
Like, it's
cleared in the sense that there is nothing
inaccessible.
living in there and inaccessible.
I never did get to finish this cereal.
They can finish their cereal in heaven or hell depending on their alignment.
Poor Mimothe and Himothe.
Zimothe.
They were brothers.
No, Zimothe was upstairs.
It's okay. We're
That's
taking
right.
like their distant
also
cousin
died.
twice removed. In the
Was
thing.
was Zimothe the one who jumped off the cliff?
I think Zimothe was the one who jumped off the cliff.
And took the other guy with him.
Yeah, I think Zimothe
Yeah.
was the one that you found eating the cereal initially. He came out to join the fight, went crazy, and barreled off a cliff with him and another person.
Yes, with him in another empathy.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just Imothe
You know, yeah, that's canon now. Imothe went off the cliff.
with Zimothe.
With Zimothe.
Hardly knew him.
And now you've got
Oh, I'm sure
Bimothe.
Bimothy will tell us all about his
Bimothy,
extended
yeah.
lineage past
It was a
up his
complete,
set.
complete
With
act
their
of
parents
eternal-
and their dedication to like naming.
naming conventions.
I gave up after the first name.
Yeah, so in World War One, there was a policy where after like the first 2 years of war, they would stop sending men from the same villages and towns and small communities to the same units. So if the unit was wiped out, they wouldn't, lose the entire population of a town. They wouldn't lose the entire family. Same thing in World War II, which is what Saving Private Ryan was based off of. You guys just anti-Saving Private Ryan this entire base.
Well,
We kept one.
He kept one.
He's lucky.
thought-
Yeah, he should be lucky he's alive.
I thought
He
they
could
were
not
flash
be.
grenades. Turns out they were actual grenades. Oops.
Anyways, that's the entire base cleared out.
Okay.
In total, you guys got. Oh, hold on, let me do the math.
Ooh.
4 sets of explosives, plus another charge, assuming you don't use it. You got
Charge of explosives,
uh,
or
pardon?
you mean charge of explosives or charge of something else?
Charge of explosives, like
Thank you.
high quality mining explosives. They're worth a decent amount. You got 3 sets of medical supplies, 2 crates of weapons, and 2 fancy artifacts.
Trey, do you mind writing that down?
I am doing it now.
If you trust me, I have it on the dock. If you don't trust me, write it down.
3 medical supplies, 2
I trust you.
weapon crates,
2 crates of weapons.
I trust you to make it entertaining.
2
man.
valuable relics, 3x hollow crumpets.
Yeah, there you go.
So the only thing I would probably add at this point is between like Shade and Brorod, how they want to handle their particular situation. Unless you really want to drive the role-playing moment, I'd probably compromise with the idea of it just gets heavily set up with explosives and left more or less at that.
Yeah, I was just gonna put on a timer so that way it just blows up by the time we leave.
So you want to unleash this thing. Yeah, Floofy pops over the comms as you're setting this up. So wait, you really want to unleash this thing?
Hey, I thought we were leaving the tank and the creature for, that guy to get. You're just blowing it open.
There's no smaller explosives in that pack, was there?
There are a ton of smaller explosives. There's
Whoops.
2,000
Okay,
credits
so,
worth of smaller explosives that you could rig up around this thing.
what was the extraction plan again?
No.
Up to the rooftop, and Floofy comes by.
So
and
it sounds
shouts.
like you have
going so fast.
Sounds like you have all the explosives that you might need in any type of flavor you might want.
Yeah, I just want enough just to damage the computer to degrade the specimen.
Oh, in that case, yeah, you can get like a roll of
And-
detonite tape from one of the crates.
Yeah, it's just a roll of detonite tape should be more than enough.
Okay, so yeah, just deduct like 10 credits from each of you.
I really don't like what you're doing.
I'm assuming you're using the
Bruh,
entire
this
roll,
is-
just to be sure.
Staring at her.
Yes, I think Shade's willing to be sure for about 50 credits.
Yeah, I will pay for the whole thing. That's not an issue.
Okay.
Well,
So is this container also sticking out of the ground like the other ones? Like, did it start in the floor?
A character I can't remember.
Oh no, this one is it's freestanding. It's on wheels. It's hooked up to a bunch of stuff, but it's definitely something that would be easier to move. It's not built into the facility. It seems like it was wheeled in from another place and then hooked up.
I'm gonna push it away from Shade and her shenanigans. I'm just gonna push it up 5 feet, up here.
push what, 5 feet?
It's on wheels, so I'm just gonna push it away from your bombs.
So to confirm, you're planning to move something that has been currently having explosives being set on?
Doesn't look like they're active. Yeah, I'm gonna move it now before she gets
Detonite
even
tape is
further.
stable.
It's tape. It just, you put a roll of tape on it.
Yeah. It's like flex tape, but it go boom.
Oh, it's that
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah, it's
Opposite of flex tape. It's boom tape.
it's rigid. tape.
Actually, Nat, I have the regeneration node in my backpack.
I'm just listing what the total haul was.
Let me put it in my notes as well. Let's just hand wave it and say you do have Zalat's heart.
It's some part of Zalat. I know I think I did tear his chest open because I remember hearing his
Honestly, probably. That sounds like something Nash would do. I'll just hand wave it.
I love that it's completely violent and brutal desiccation of this body. That sounds like Nash.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
surprised
you guys
didn't try
did.
to
We
do
spent.
that after.
It was like a half-hour thing. You guys destroyed him. I remember. Bro around stood in horror.
It was
Yeah,
at
I think you might have slightly threw up a little.
it was at Violet's behest.
Threw up
Oh yes, I
inside my
think
suit.
the conversation you were having was how I was so brutal against him. But Violet's counterpoint would have been it was his choice to regenerate.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
He could have had the dignity to die. He chose not to. I disagreed.
Bimothy's gonna pipe up with, hey, guys, you mind if I wipe the security footage? I'd prefer they thought I was dead.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be
best.
good.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Actually,
do that,
hey,
do that.
Bimothy, before you do that, can you make a copy of it and send it to me?
Weird
It's
flex,
important.
but okay.
Thank you.
All right, put that in your notes.
A weird request as she's continuing to tape up the various consoles.
And I know it was a long time. It was like several months ago, but Floofy did offer a slight cash bonus if you guys wipe the security footage. So extra 200 for each of you.
I genuinely did forget that actually, so thank you.
Yep.
Yep.
My trust is increased.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna walk around here, up here, and just leave lines of thermal paste in every single building.
Oh my god. I mean, if you're willing to sacrifice a crate of mining explosives, I would just say that this place comes down entirely.
Thermal paste.
Okay, thermal paste.
Out of character, I'm totally fine with that as well. Like,
He just lights the place up.
Shred,
Actually,
Once
Shred, you
where the
can make that
balls
call
used to
honestly.
be.
I will say
Yeah.
that, like, due to the sheer size of this place, 2 crates of mining explosives would bring it down. So that'd be minus 1,000 from your payout, but
I mean,
Up
we
to you
really
guys.
just need to blow up or damage this tank as far as Shade's concerned. Everything else is great.
You're gonna
your
wake
call.
this thing up.
I'm just gonna apply so much thermal paste to these support structures down here. Just so much thermal paste.
You guys are all setting up booby traps, and Nash is just he's turned off his comms. He's just happily lifting boxes and carrying them.
I would
Playing
say I'm
to himself.
sticking with him.
Bro Rod's reaching that point where...
We're all having now indulgences, like
How hard is
like
it to pull off
workouts,
these
explosives,
this taped
possible
explosive?
arson, demolition of building and people within it. Which fits barbecue pretty well.
I think I'll have to do some research, but I think if you pull it off, it explodes.
Dead Knight
You're
Day?
gonna see Bro Rod like reach his hand towards it to attempt to pull it off. He doesn't realize that.
Bro Rod,
could tell.
stop! It'll explode.
It's already active?
Yes, just needs an electrical impulse. As she holds up
Like-
the wire for it.
Like someone pulling on it.
Yes, so for the safety of everyone involved, if you could at least not muck with the tape, I'm focused just on the consoles. Even if the consoles went, this thing looks sturdy enough that it shouldn't degrade immediately.
And you guarantee that? Because you haven't been able to guarantee a lot of things when it comes to this creature.
She just knocks her hand on the glass. Sturdy enough.
Oh, good. You can tap it with your hand and it won't break. Nah, surely it won't break when you explode it.
Detonite tape is very focused, very limited. At best,
Bro
it
Rod is
can
getting
maybe
antsy.
at best it can maybe knock down a door, not destroy a door,
Hello?
just knock it off its hinges.
Are you guys still talking? I'm ready with all the boxes. Can we go? I am really tired of this place.
Robot, I'll be the last person out of here. If that thing's
doesn't-
gonna chase after anyone's gonna chase after me.
That doesn't make me feel better. I don't really care about the creature itself. I care that he gets it intact.
He'll get it intact.
Look at it intact.
Mm,
If you want to know why, high school education. I have to ask about yours at some point.
Yeah, that's 2 things of thermal paste. I'm just applying to these structures here.
I like the idea that no one knows what barbecue's doing at this moment. While we're
So
having
do
this
I.
conversation.
Nash is kind of watching him with a bemused expression.
Yeah, he's taking off when he's done. This place is gonna come down at some point. You guys are gonna know.
No, actually, I'm gonna give Floofy a call. Just Floofy, has he already sent the files in?
Floofy doesn't pick up. This time it's Ket.
The files he has sent.
Oh,
Much
Really?
consideration to be done.
He
in
did
that
say he was
case-
gonna send them.
bro, I was just gonna walk out. Never mind then. I was worried he wasn't gonna send the files unless he got this thing, but he just sent it right away. Never mind. Do what you will.
Jade looks up at the tank as she's finishing up with the detonite tape. You threaten me one more time.
What was that?
No,
I think
she's
it's still on
referring to
comms.
Herzog. She's referring to Herzog, just talking to herself.
Oh,
Find out where you are.
Yeah, not you. You would never find out if you did.
Right.
She's brooding menacingly at the memory of a hollow bit.
She hears a clank, clank. And she finally sets it all up. You know, it's got the one little string. She has it set up against a cart. She makes a little intricate, basically a manual timer, for lack of a better word, where as soon as the string falls, it'll pull with enough force that it'll pull the detonite tape and explode it.
Yep.
Okay, make me a 1 purple mechanics check.
What is that called where it like has that chain reaction thing where like I remember there was like a show called Biotech where-
Incredible! Thanks,
no.
Greg!
Double failure!
I was thinking about it, like, this is gonna...
You could have asked Violet too, for what it's worth.
So,
Or would you like a destiny point and not have it explode? Horribly.
I'll save you the time. You basically miscalculate the amount of weight on the counterweight, and you see it falling a lot faster than expected. You reckon you have about 5 seconds.
He's
to get out of
running
the
the
room before. Yeah.
And she's gonna
Yeah.
tell.
Well,
I assume he's
Or you
gone.
could correct it in 5 seconds.
No, she's getting
Catch
out
the
of there.
counterweight? Nah, just
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Who-
Also,
besides-
Bimothy's in the counterweight. Take him with you.
Yeah, she's gonna yell Bimothy to get out of there. As,
does it need
remember-
a cool check?
remember, she set it up that it would just damage the consoles. Even in the best
He
case
does
scenario.
not know that.
Yeah.
Not know that.
She presumes as
sees-
such.
He sees you running. He sees the thing. He puts 2 and 2 together, and he books it out of the room.
Yep. Everyone's running.
Everyone's right
See
to the
that?
elevator.
If you see the ELD
And
running,
As
kick-
you're running
beat
away,
Will.
you hear a
Yep.
comically
Keep up with it.
small, like, coming from the room. It's like a cap gun. Is
Yeah.
So you know that scene in Batman, Dark Knight Rises, and Joker's like click 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 trying to blow up the hospital.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the Dark Knight. Actually.
Yeah.
Is that what's gonna happen?
Eventually.
No, what's going to happen is like we hear that, and then we just leave. It's like, yeah, maybe that'll be a problem for later, and then barbecue efforts are going to come into play.
Yes.
Oh,
Which to say, like, also let's get to the top already. I want
Yes.
to see that event happen because our characters do not have this knowledge at this point.
Exactly.
Actually, while we're here, are there any? I know one of the mech boys also got downed up here. Is his
Yeah, he
body
threw
still around? Oh, did he fall off?
They
He
fell
fell off with another one of his kind.
Ah, I want to grab his gun.
Timothy,
Oh well.
Zimothy
Yeah,
and
they're all
Imothy.
gone.
Timothy, I think.
But yeah, you see off in the distance, you see Floofy's shuttle approaching. Same one you rode in on the way to the first heist on Tatooine. And
You guys all done?
Yeah. Turns out, I didn't even need to worry about anything. He already sent the files in. Huh.
Oh, perfect.
Whole load of nothing. Yeah.
I will
Nobody
say
got
that-
shot.
I will say that the recon droid, while all this is happening, went and collected the Nokia 1138.
I was gonna say, I'm waiting for that other one to come back.
So it's still disabled for now, but with a little bit of tweaking,
fine.
you'll get it back up and running.
Yeah, that's what downtime's for.
But yeah, and speaking of downtime, as Floofy comes in, you can see him in the cockpit. All right, gang, good job getting all that loot, but if we want to make that passenger liner, we should probably leave now.
All right, let's go then.
I took the liberty of bringing your formal clothes.
How kind.
Oh, did you bring a lot of stim packs? We are a little bruised.
Ket's got it covered.
That works.
Oh no.
You hear a whirring noise in the cockpit over comms.
Oh,
Hopefully the ship's here.
The ship
All right,
is there.
gang, let's get snugged up and drugged up.
I'm getting on the
All
ship.
right.
I'm doing God of War scene.
Yeah, I just realized what you meant. I don't actually have the ship map here, so we'll just
Yep.
theater of the mind.
We're,
As
we're
you're in the
mentioning
ship,
the ship is
Just,
here.
just as long as it's not Helldivers scene when the ship arrives.
Like that
Gosh.
one time.
Oh, I remember all of those times. Noko.
I don't have an acid gun this time. Yeah. As we're flying away, you just see barbecue pull out a little tight thing. Just press it. Puts it back into his pocket.
And in
you
the
see,
distance, a little
as you're
spark.
flying away, in the distance, there's the faintest trickle of smoke coming from the base you've left. Nobody notices it except for Barbecue, but he knows.
That's all
I
that
destroyed the
matters.
point structures of the base.
And this would normally be where I ended things, but how much time does everyone have?
He will probably kill me.
It's
Do you have
probably
10
Ed
minutes?
would be
You
good.
don't.
we
I have
can
10
10 minutes
10 minutes.
to
is
the end of the hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you're in the shuttle, Floofy kind of gestures you into your formal clothing. And instead of setting down at the spaceport closest to the hideout at the futon shop, he sets down in the main terminus, where a mid-sized passenger liner, think about the size of a 747, is boarding.
Floofy, is this the thing we should be bringing?
when he indicates to the giant sword that's on his back.
Maybe not. Leave that on the shuttle. All you'll need is yourselves and, well, Ket will brief you when you get on the liner.
You take.
I'll be
good
joining
care
you
of-
shortly.
You take good care of her, okay?
Pats his sword. Sets her gingerly kind of on top of all of the loot in a very prominent position.
Yeah, like out of character, you might bring your sap gloves, I guess, but
Oh, yeah. Sap gloves, whipcord, that's all just kind of built into his bracers, so he can't really,
Okay.
isn't going to take that off, but...
Don't worry. I do prefer my hands, but this thing's a beaut. I'll
That
take
she
good
is.
care of her.
I
Anyways.
trust you.
Question.
Yes.
Technically, I do have this, skill hidden storage. Can I hide stuff in myself?
You can. What would you like to bring on board?
to what level encumbrance?
Yeah, what's the
I
encumbrance?
currently have one, so
You can hide a singular grenade, if you
I
would.
don't want grenade. I want burn gel.
Okay, burn gel. Smart character. You have one
Very
encumbrance
barbecue.
worth of burn gel on you. Just mark that down somewhere.
We'll win this one. He has burn gel. All will be good.
One applicator of burn gel.
Hey,
Yeah.
You all know
Hey,
I have
passenger
applicator.
lineup
It
burnt
literally gets
into
poured into a
the
little cup
sky.
coming out of its chest. It's like a little, dispenser.
Mm-hmm. It's right next to the water dispenser. He's just like one of those
Yeah.
those work dispensers. The red one is burn gel. The blue one is water.
Is it Jacob's?
The other
You
red
know
one's
that on
warm
plane.
water.
So, I take it you board the shuttle without any weapons,
yeah.
any...
Would Ket have had a chance to heal any critical injuries?
Oh, you, let's assume with the maniacal laughing and some liberal application of proper ketamine, you are now healed of, think of it as a long rest, full reset.
Okie dokie.
Ooh.
All your strain, all your wounds gone.
And critical injuries are gone?
Let's say you heal one critical injury for now. So take your pick.
I will get rid of the one that gives me strain every time I take an action.
Don't say no to any of that nonsense.
Okay. And with that, we find our way
Awesome.
onto the passenger liner.
I also would have definitely handed Dr. Ket the regeneration node from my backpack.
Do not have vision on the scene.
Study this, I will. Why, no vision on the scene there is. Hold on.
I do not
It's
own any
like-
token with vision in this
Exploration,
scene.
Token vision. Why? Oh, okay. Let me.
This place is huge.
Is that better?
And
Oh.
Yeah.
vast.
There you
All
go.
right,
It
it's really
should
small
just be
now.
like the top left. Yeah, it's a small map.
And we have Morpheus.
I love this.
My boy!
Everything about this image is wonderful.
There's a lot going on in here that I can't really focus on.
Hey,
Oh,
gang, I
no.
took the liberty of buying out the business class cabin, so we should be good to do what we need to do.
Don't show we have privacy.
Yeah. Also, this lovely lady gestures to Clara, who is dressed up in full flight attendant gear,
My
will
dear,
be waiting on us through this flight.
it is always a pleasure to see you again, my dear Clara.
She smiles and nods and gestures you onto the plane. And yeah, you make it through the other classes, make it through economy and lower business, and then you make it up to business, aka first. Nice seats.
Yeah. I have a feeling I probably should stay in costume since my regular suit is just, robotic murder bot.
Maybe
Yeah.
he bought you something. No.
Well, I was saying before with the formal attire, I was thinking you guys would reuse whatever you used for the.
The gem.
Yeah,
The
I'm
gem
searching
heist, yeah.
for it and I
Yeah.
can't find it.
No, not the gem heist, the art heist, with the fancy mixer.
art one, yes. Yeah, I think
I was about to say,
I think Barbecue had a
I'd
tux.
be dressed up as a as a worker.
Yeah, no, for the art heist, you were tuxedo Barbecue, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. Let me go
Yes.
grab it.
Anyways, that's not too important for the time being. But you make it onto this passenger liner, and overcomes, you hear Ket. The mark there is. From Intel, there was. Sitting in front row, he is. He's actually right next to one of the liberated jewelry store slaves. You guys are the only. Oh, there he is. Yeah, just delete your other thing. You guys are the only ones inside this cabin. It's been completely bought out. All the seats belong to you. You got Bash and Jared, two slaves, former slaves, and Clara.
And Morpheus.
So that's actually, Floofy would have briefed you on this going in, but essentially the only seat that is not filled from someone from our organization is that of Captain Pelion. Pelelion, I
aka
guess.
the target that we want to stealthily take the documents from.
Yes. But a cursory examination of his person shows that he does not really have any sort of baggage.
It's inside him.
Man, what must have happened to him as a, characterization as a loyal military officer to hang out with us?
He
Look
is
to me,
pretty
death sticks?
scarred up. The sunglasses are hiding some pretty hideous scars on his face from what you assume to be the incident that would have allegedly killed him.
Hmm.
He's also smoking in the first class cabin, which technically you're not supposed to do, but he's
Oh, he's gonna
through some
die.
shit. Yeah.
Oh, death sticks.
You shouldn't have done that, man. We've killed for less.
Clara is going to come around with some refreshments as the shuttle begins to take off. And she serves it to each of you and winks at each of you as she does it. And when she puts the one in front of the captain, not the captain of the ship, but, the mark, it's slightly discolored.
Military captain.
As you're going through the flight, you're about 20 minutes in, you notice him begin to... His head is drooping a bit. He's starting to nod off. Brorod gets a straw from Clara because she's a deer. And after about an hour of the flight, he is fully asleep in the chair. And Ket breaks out a briefcase, out of which he pulls several wires, and you can see a small device inside.
Information. Inside his head it is. For this, deeper we will need to go.
And he extends a lead to each of you.
What you're telling me is we're gonna have to jack into a man.
What?
For
What?
barbecue, it's a mechanical jack. For the rest of you, it's got an electrode system that you would hook up to your head.
Wait, you says the information is inside his head? Why don't I just break it open?
This is how we do it.
In a different sense, it is. Venture into his head, and the information you will find.
And he goes up and he slaps some electrodes onto Palion's head.
This is the most jank brain machine interface I've ever seen.
I am
Insult my
intrigued by
word, you
this.
should not.
If you think that's the case, you shouldn't see the type that the lower class use for BTLs.
Oh no. And with that, does everyone take a lead?
Heck yeah.
Hell, might as well.
Yeah, not much. No way but forward.
Paramount is intrigued and just
Clara-
immediately sticks himself.
Clara
Heck yeah.
hands out another set of refreshments, and for for barbecue, it's basically just a neural override.
Yeah, Nash will look at the electrode net, look at the refreshments, look back at Clara.
I think I might need at least 2 more before I do this. This is not...
She smiles and chuckles. You're not prepared for you.
I know
Figured you might say that. Made yours extra strong, hun.
You do know me well. I appreciate you very much.
Likewise, big man.
Gives
And
her a big
continue down
old
the aisle.
toothy smile.
And with that, takes you pass out a little bit quicker than the mark, because you know nothing needs to be hidden for you guys. You know what you're getting into. But when you come to, and I'm putting this in a very liberal sense of the word "come to," you
Ooh.
wake up
Yes,
on
we
what
see it.
seems to be an airship. Nothing too technologically advanced. In fact, it seems to be out of, well, nothing within the last, I don't know, several millennia.
Years.
This is something from a purely terrestrial civilization. It's made out of wood, and people are dressed kind of shabbily around you.
Am I still a robot?
On that note, I'm going to need everybody to make me a level 10 5e character. So the only thing
Is
you
there
see,
a blade turtle in front of me?
the thing you come to seeing is a turtle, a tortoise man, covered head to toe in knives, wearing
Who the hell are you?
sunglasses,
Is this
and he
Floofy?
goes, "Ah, shit. Here we go again."
Yeah.
Don,
And that's where we end the
nice to
session.
meet you.